Niners! Hey. Woo-hoo! Hey, fam. I'm on time. Can you believe it? Times are getting, excitement is starting to build. Smooth. Going in, man. You ready? I do notice some bad news here, though. Michael's up. It sounds serious, Nikita. Okay? Give us reports on that as regular as you can. Oh my God, Mike. Okay. By the way, but let me know when Shane McMahon shows up here because, anyway, if he shows up, I'll deal with him. God dang, this guy's so annoying. Thought he'd take a shot as we were leaving, and I saw that comment when I left. So we'll I'm not going to forget this. Anyway, fam, draft night speculation as it's almost time. Tonight, 49ers trade up versus trade down. Draft night 2025, it remains a mystery. What do you think it's going to be? Because at one point I thought they'd surely trade down. Now I wonder about that because there's some tasty things you can do by trading up. It's not a good thing to do, though. I'm still on that wagon. It would be best for the 49ers to accumulate numbers, and they're good at drafting picks anyway. Of late, the last 4 or 5 years, they've been not bad. They're getting better and better. So with that in mind, volume might be the thing here because if they get a lot of picks, chances are that a majority of them could be good. Like last year's draft was amazing. So as I say, if a poll is ran aimed at the Niners faithful, it would be interesting to see whether the highest desire is a trade up on draft night or trade down. Where you at on this, fam? I'm dying to know tonight. We're dying to know tonight. With the abundance of draft picks San Francisco has accumulated for this particular year, either option could be feasible. The question is, where lies the biggest benefits? Where do you get the advantages? Bringing in 5 or 6 studs in the later rounds as opposed to 2 or 3 in first round, 1, 2, and 3. What does that mean? Because we know, some of the best players we've got did not come in the first rounds, second round. Beyond that, whoa, look out. If anybody's got the numbers in their head right away, how many guys do we have? Never mind. That's too much calculation. I'll get that myself. Anyway, to the phones we're going to go for your current 49ers draft night. Heat check as the date of the event is fast approaching before you know it. So we're talking, 20 days? 23? That's 2 weeks. We sit at the edge of the seat. Oh, man, run the clock. I always love that moment. It's the most intense moment. It's like a shot of tequila that you've never tasted before that slaps you down the floor, picks you back up, and slaps you again. You sit there. Oh, run the clock, fam. Here we go. Gazelle pulls the card out. With the 11th pick of the draft, the 49ers have traded up. What? To pick number 5? Wait. We wouldn't do it. The 49ers have traded up to pick number 5. What? Oh, they must have something in mind. And you know it ain't going to be a quarterback, see? That's why I'm already excited. Because QBs, no more first-round QBs. Well, maybe. Let's wait another 30 years on that one. But anyway, the thing is, if it's trade up now, it's got to be something pretty interesting. It could be any number of things. What are you thinking, fam? Oh, here we go. Who said... I think, here's a quote, I think I would fit well here. They honestly didn't really ask me to work out. They just kind of asked me to show up. I did a lot at the combine, did a lot at my pro day, and they were there at the pro day too, so I think they've seen all they needed to see. Well, you little cocky. Who are you supposed to be? Who is he? He's Elick. Iomaner. Elick Iomaner. Elick Ayomar. Iomaner. Elick Iomaner. Stanford. Because you know that local pro day, right? I was watching on X. You can see him holding a conversation with John Lynch. I wonder that conversation went on for a long time. Looks like too. I wonder what you say to a general manager. He's fearless though. He's got no. I mean, he ain't afraid. Just because you're John Lynch, man. I want to play for you, man. Put me on the team. So you know what? I'm kind of keeping an eye on you. Look, I want to see what happens to him. Fam, my conclusion is that if you're a certain personality type, if you have an appreciation for trading down in the draft, you know, I find that because I get all rambunctious and carried away and overly excited about things a lot. You probably noticed that, right? I find that the real football intellectual, though, can see the benefits of doing that, trading down more so than us like Ronbo. Also, the conservative thinker will lean in that direction as well. And if you're conservative, you're probably not going to make a lot of mistakes. Now, I don't know let's use Big Show for an example. You know what, though? Big Show, what he does, though, is Big Show has no optimism at all, though. So I don't know where to put him. I'm trying to think of somebody who really thinks, oh, what am I talking about? Papa Dragon. The man usually has something rational, well thought out. He knows the ramifications of doing the wrong thing or knee-jerk reactions to things in the draft or anything else for that matter, and he breaks it all down. So every time I talk to him, I feel like a chastised child after coming in with chop, pop, blah, 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 bang, bang, bang. He shoots me down immediately. That's the kind of guy I'm talking about. Pop may be trading down, actually. Also, as I say, there's a case to be made that trading down in round one of this year's NFL draft is the best move for the Niners anyway. Probably if you got a consensus on it, probably be that. I mentioned that earlier as far as abundance of picks. Get a lot of picks, and if you got any garbage you can throw out, you still may have enough stuff to work with. If you comb through the mock drafts, you'll see plenty that you truly do love. I noticed Fantasy Life, the site Thor Nystrom, laid out a radical trade up in a 2-round mock draft plan. It is so easy to enjoy. Thor, man, you the man, boy. To Nystrom's way of thinking, instead of letting the draft fall to the Niners, they leap up 6 spots. Oh, to number 5. That's why I mentioned that earlier. But it was. I read this earlier, but I was thinking number 5. Number 5. Oh, that's overall, and trade up to the Jags. Niners send the number 11 and number 43 picks to the Jags in exchange for the number 5 and number 142 pick. With that kind of leap, you can just about have whatever player you want in this year's draft, since quarterback isn't on the Niners menu anyway. Not this year. So I know people say, it should be, man. Brock Purdy with his. You know what? You can have that conversation if you want to, but I don't care. With the 5th pick, the Niners add Penn State tight end Tyler Warren. Now, I've heard you talk about Tyler Warren. I don't cover college football as much as I'd like to, but I've heard his name a lot. Now, they go on to say, we can't imagine this, but they claim that they've been informed that Lynch and company may be looking into the possibility of a flashy move up in round 1 for skills help, and that San Francisco likes Warren. The reason I stopped reading, no, guys, I said, guys, this is BS. You know what, though? You did a good job. I clicked on it. I stopped reading. I moved on it is because of the fact that they always give you enough food for thought to get you going, right? We can't really be sure of what's going on at the Niners FO regarding George Kittle. What's taking so... Well, I know the 49ers drag ass on every signing they've ever done. They have to drag ass. It's an easy match to make between the Niners and Warren, though. But the move would be outrageous considering the ramifications for the rest of the roster. We don't need no frigging tight end in the first round. It was cute. And Warren's, what I'm hearing about Warren, the dude is awesome. He could be the next coming to GK. Wouldn't it be nice to have another a young, fresh GK coming on for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years? And sure, the Niners could use a long-term replacement for GK and a better pass catcher option than Luke Farrell. But there's already a plan for Luke Farrell. You read about that, right? But the need at tight end for making such a move is misplaced priorities, if that would be the case, and one that would be hard to imagine in comparison to the more urgent needs that the 49ers do have. And assuming an extension comes from Kittle, TE will be the only position the team really invested in this offseason so far. Farrell also got a 3-year deal worth up to $15 million, $750,000 with $11 million guaranteed. Now, you think the Niners made all that deal just to go up and get Warren? And knowing Kyle and company, they probably see things about Warren they don't like. You know how they do. And they'll go out and get a guy. Let's not mess with the Alabama tight end. Making Thor Nystром's deal appear to be from an individual who probably should stop drinking, though. But I will say I'm not opposed to drafting up into this year's draft. If that's on your mind, bring it, and we want to hear about why. But just not shopping for a tight end is on my mind, my agenda. Niners have major needs to fill early in the draft. They need defensive help. They could also use some help in the secondary, on the offensive line, at the linebacker, at the running back. I mean, I know, right? Running back. Now, listen, we're not saying anything about Garindo or anybody else on the team that's already on the team. They're fine. They're going to be right where they are, most likely, when the dust settles at the end of the camp. But they need help because running backs go down in the 49ers in the ranks, boy. Look who we ended the season with this last year. Isaac just got drafted, and he's out there running the ball as a regular. The last game, he was the only guy we had besides Price. What? And we started the year with way more. So investing their first 2 picks to move up and take another tight end doesn't make much sense. San Francisco would be much better off waiting to see who falls to them at 11 or trying to make a move back to accumulate more middle round draft capital, probably sensibly. You know what, though? You can always take sensibly and move that around. Volume of picks may be the name of the game this year, and hopefully they'll be promising. Lynch and company are looking to draft youngsters who will be coming in to compete for positions this year immediately after being assigned to locker. There are defensive studs to be found in both day 2 and 3 that are already being talked about. And, fam, with that being the case, the reason quality talents are being mentioned to be found so late, particularly on defense, is this draft is just deep. It's just got such a plentiful. And besides, remember this. Coach Shanahan mentioned at the NFL annual meeting, going into OTAs, going into training camp, I feel there will be as much competition on our team for starting spots as there has been in a while, especially on D. But we want to create that everywhere. We haven't had that in a while. The Niners mostly had the top of their depth chart set when the draft rolled around in recent years. Why? Because we was the absolute shiznit. We were the standard. We were the ones that people talked about. This year should be the 49ers Super Bowl. Okay, Shane McMahon. Let's wait, time out. Shane McMahon, let's get him out. Shane McMahon, I've told you twice. I've told you about accusing 49er Brian about being a pedophile, right? I'll give you one more chance. Why? Because I think you've got some kind of issue going on upstairs. I'm trying to give you a benefit of a doubt. Shane, your last chance. If you use the PDF on 49er Brian again, you won't have any more fun in here with the 49er fans, okay? So give Shane an hour out, please, and we'll see him in an hour or two, whatever. But Shane, man, I'm tired of talking to you, man. You wore my patience out. I'm a nice guy, Play right, act stupid. I mean, I let that go most of the time, but you got to do this. Twice already, Shane. You're out of here. Take an hour out. Damn. Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? The Niners mostly had the top of their depth charts set when the draft rolled around in these recent years. So, guys, of course, to the annoyance of many of us, the Niners made picks with the idea of landing starters 1 year ahead of time in anticipation of replacing a starter who was in the final year of the contract. Last year, I tell you, I can't wait to see these guys when they come back in the camp. The Niners were coming off a Super Bowl appearance and mostly kept the roster intact with the intent of making another run. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, we going back. We just left a little bit out there that we should have left out on the field, and it failed. But as bad luck will have it, it's the triumphant return of nastiness to the 49ers and the IR. Return with the injuries and bodies starting dropping rookies. Rookies were mobilized last year because they had to do it. And I know, Tony, you appreciate that. Tony down under, because Tony's always coming to say, boy, he won't. Kyle Shannon. What does Tony call? He's got a nickname for him, but he refuses to play rookies. Man, we came up with the Fantastic Four. Ended up getting a lot of production from their 2024 rookie class as the door opened up for guard Dominic Pony. That young boy came in as one of the best in the league. What? To round 3. Oh! Cornerback Bernardo Green. That's going to be a bad boy. Woo! I can't wait to see the Pony, Green, Mustafa, and running back Isaac Garindo. We just got to find a way to keep Isaac healthy. That dude can fly. And he's got great hands. I can't wait to see what they look like this season. Fam, I'm done hollering and screaming. Get back. Draft up, draft down. What are you going to do? Explain it. Let us understand it. Maybe we'll vote for you. Matty, yes. Hey, Matty's up vacationing on the coast. Matty, where you at, man? Oh, I just got back. How was it? Yeah, I was supposed to get in yesterday. I had to. You already out of there, Matty? When you get out there, have you got an SUV? Have you got an SUV that you sleep in, or you guys sleep out in the wild? Yeah. Yeah. I really love that. I tell you, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Especially when there's no city lights, or just nothing but the stars, and you're underneath that light. The only thing that always freaked me out, though, Matty, was when I had to go to the bathroom, and I didn't want to go near the camp. I got to walk down here a little ways and find a spot. And hopefully it doesn't make a lot of noise and wake anybody up, because I ain't going too far away. Oh, God, but it's fun. I'd love it, because I think having the big canopy coming out from the truck or whatever. Man, you know what? We can talk about camping. We'll do that all night because I love that stuff. Matty, trade up, trade down. How you going to do, man? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he's still out there. Ooh. And that might be, too. Man, you mentioned that, and that could be a draft night thing. You'd never know about that one. Yeah. Ooh. Manny, hold on a second. I don't remember us having this problem before. Nobody can hear you. We haven't had this problem in a long time. Let's see if we can get that straightened out. As you can't hear Matty, and he's had a lot of cool things to say so far.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, well, I can hear you clearly.
You can't hear me at all?
But they can't. No, they can't hear you on the chat. Apparently, we forgot to unmute Matty.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, we haven't had this problem in a long time. Okay, Matty, let's keep talking though, Matty. As soon as you hear Matty talk,
okay.
Go ahead, continue to run it down.
Yeah, no. Okay, so you heard me. Okay, well, at least I wasn't talking into the breeze. At least you heard me. That's the most important. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
I think I'd be happy either way, staying where we're at. That's fine. But yeah,
good.
An edge rusher would be real nice, man.
Okay, you're in now, man. You know what?
I think you can hear me now.
They can hear you now. Okay, listen, Matty.
Good.
Trade up or trade down. Manny, go through that real quick one time again, and your reasons why, so we can share with everybody.
Oh, I think I think I'd be happy either way with that edge rusher, and then from Cleveland, I think I'd be happy with that either way. I'm losing my whole train of thought here.
No, that's the part. That's the part where I said, you never know about the 49ers on draft night. They might make that deal with the Bengals.
Yeah.
When's the last time the 49ers traded draft picks for a player during the draft night?
Can you hear this? Detroit versus everybody.
Boy, he waited,
we heard that.
Boy, he waited. Boy, Don, bro, you ain't
right.
no good.
Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah. That's funny.
He's special. God.
Yeah, but I think
with
all of our, they've been, like I said, I think they've been in the lab. I'm going to trust the process with all the people that were leaving. We were kind of all woe is me, didn't know what was going on. All these awesome dudes leaving, like Greenlaw and
that left a trauma, didn't it? I was in a daze.
Yeah, it did.
And the first thing I thought about,
still
basement, here we come. No, I don't. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Starting to see it come along. Starting to see it kind of unfold at this point. So I guess I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for draft night, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think we need anybody. I don't think we need to draft anybody on defense, really. I should rephrase that.
Yeah.
I don't think we should spend it on our first round pick.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do with that first round pick?
I'd love to put it into an offensive situation.
Oh, so you do
some offensive protection for Brock Purdy.
Okay,
I want to protect the quarterback, dude.
Okay. No, that's true.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I really do. We're going to pay him. We want him to be healthy. We want. Yeah. Go ahead,
also, if for no other reason but to get a left tackle potential, because Trent Williams is not going to make it through the whole season.
Yep.
He just has it. He won't. And he's probably on his last year or so. So that's almost you got to do that. Yeah, they really do.
So, yeah, I wish I could be a fly on the wall in the meetings that are going on right now. So,
they know it was you too. They'd take a fly swatter. Bop.
Yeah. Smack. And we got Robert Saleh, guys. Remember, we've got Robert Saleh, so he's in the house. So there's some magic that's going to come back.
Both of them, Bradley and Saleh. This team is going to play above their heads. This is why I know the defense is going to be on point. Matty, too much fun, man. We got to go. I'll tell you what, man, here's what I missed yesterday. I'm coming back tomorrow, though, because there's developments almost every hour now. So let me.
Seems like it. Yeah.
All right.
We're getting to that point.
I'll tell you what. I'll see you tomorrow, Matty.
Sounds good. I look forward to it, my friend.
All right. Night, Matty.
All right, buddy. Night, buddy.
Night, Matty. Yeah, you guys missed it. Matty and I had already planned a camping trip because I'm crazy about camping as well. Matty just got back from that type of trip. Smooth, I mean, Smooth, come on in, man.
I'm here.
Well, Smooth, I'm not going to interrupt you, man, because at this point, getting this close to the draft, I know you're about to explode.
Right.
Trade up, trade down. How you do? What is up? I'm listening.
I got you covered right here, my brother. Okay. I got the night. Everything's changed. Daily. So
hourly.
I did my own. This is my opinion right here. This is what I would do, since I'm looking at everything. Debo's gone. You won't be back till middle of the season. The draft is deep at DN, linebacker. You got some studs at offensive tackle that you can get, so you don't have to go there first. So since I'm looking at all that and looking at Brock, the contract, he needs protection. Trent's going to be there, so we don't have to go O-line. I look at us to draft up. Let's see. Number 1 is Tennessee. 2 is Browns. Jets 3. New England 4. 5. I see us moving up to number 5 with Jacksonville. Jacksonville right now, they need a DB, which they can get that. They can get that at 11. They need safety. They can get that 11. They got inside linebacker. They can get that 11. They got wide receiver. They get that 11. Then they got a quarterback. Excuse me. The backup.
Trevor.
The backup.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. So they can get that. Yeah, they can get that later on. So I can see us drafting up to number 5 and getting Tyler Warren tight end to do everything. Because, like I said, George Kittle, 31 years old. We got to replace him. We know Shanahan offense goes through the tight end. Tyler Warren, you can use him as an H-back, tight end, blocker. He's 6'6", 256. Ooh. Yeah, we right there. He can do everything. He can move, you can move around. He can be your missing Debo also. You can move him all the way around. He's a nightmare for defensive backs and linebackers. Ain't nobody linebacker gonna stay with him because ain't no linebacker gonna be running no 4-3s. So yeah, I got him. Wow. Then the Niners, like I said, then the defensive line is deep. I'll keep saying we don't have to reach. This is the deepest draft with defensive end and nose tackle. So we can move up and down. We got 11 picks. We can go up and down, up and down. So I got us going Tyler Warren. Then after that, number 2, we can go offensive line or defensive line. We can't go no wrong because it's deep. Those 2 positions right there is real deep in the trenches right there. But Tyler Warren, we don't know when we're going to be back in this position again. We don't want to be in the top 10. We want to be in the 20s and 30s drafting. So with the team that we're going to have going this season, we're not going to be drafting up this high again. So go on to get your stud, take over for Kittle, just like when we had Brink Jones and all them, and with Montana and Young, you need that tight end. Yeah. Now, since everybody done caught up with Shanahan with his offensive system and everything shutting them down, he have to do something different. So going to draft Tyler Warren and throw in some other schemes, what you want to do. And we already have who is that?
Position.
Oh damn.
What position?
No. I'm talking about, no, wide receiver.
Ricky Pearsall.
No, not Pearsall.
Juwan Jennings.
Oh, Juwan Jennings.
Okay.
We got him now. You got Jennings. Don't come down with something. You got Jennings, Pearsall. Then look for what's his name? Damn. I'm losing my train of thought too. I'm moving so damn much trying to get everything in here.
The wide receiver we just got from the Rams wide receiver?
Yeah. Robinson.
Yeah.
Robinson. We set at wide receiver.
Kinda.
All we need is one wide receiver, one more wide receiver, and again get Tyler Warren. We set right there. Everything else is defensive end, linebacker, and offensive tackle. And we got some sleepers too at offensive tackle. So we can get some offensive tackle in the 3rd round, 2nd round, however you want to do when you're getting that 2nd round pick. We got 3 picks, but no telling. Oh, getting back to Harrison for Cincinnati Bengals. They're trying to work out a deal with him, and trying to sign him to a $66 million contract. And I'm like, damn, how they coming up with that money? Look, but check this out. How they coming up with that money? I missed this key point right here.
Wow,
They already signed their 2 wide receivers, right?
Yeah.
To a high contract.
Exactly.
They're gonna reduce their contract, negotiate their contract to make room for Harrison. That's how they go free up the money.
They're probably going to hit Burrows up too then. Restructure his.
Yeah. So, right. And so, but if I was them, I'd be like, damn, he's 31? Why would you want to do that?
But
we just trade him and get some more draft capital because of in this position right there, the draft is deep at that spot. But that's Cincinnati. That's Cincinnati. I don't know how they be doing business, but that's just them. But we ain't gonna worry about that. We ain't gonna be worried about trying to trade with no other teams for older player. They have to pay them so much money. No. We got to get stronger and younger, faster. So that's why I stand on that. And running back, like I said, we don't have to reach on that. We don't have to reach on running back. But if we did go running back, let's see, Jalen Blue for Texas, 4.38, 5'11". So we can get him. He's there. Rashard Smith, he's there for FMU. Yeah.
How heavy is a kid from Texas? How heavy is a kid from Texas? Does he go over 2?
I think he's 215, something like that.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. I thought I had his numbers here. I got over 80 pages of stuff right here.
Because running back with 49ers, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
Because your time.
But we don't have.
But go ahead.
If I was the Niners, I wouldn't draft a running back. I wouldn't draft a running back.
Yeah, you did.
I would not draft a running back.
Ah.
If you go get a running back, get him one of them 7-round picks, one of those 2 or 7-round picks that we have.
Yeah.
Or
He'll be
wait
pissed
till
off anyway. He'll play better.
Or get him after the draft, because draft gonna be loaded with running backs too. Just like we had Breeder. Breeder was out there. You know what I'm saying? So there's backs out there to be grabbed that we had.
Every year usually. All right.
Yeah.
Right, so
Who else?
got another
Who
minute
else
to
we
go.
got here? Then second round, we're gonna go D tackle. We can go Omar Norman Watt, Tennessee. We go him. He's everything. 6'3", 315.
Oh, yeah.
Great strength. You got wiggle, quickness, run stuffer. Got that in the middle. Then, hey, like I said, we can't go wrong, man. But I didn't think about it. But number 11, Tyler Warren, go and get your stud right there for Kittle, because Kittle gonna be gone in about 3 more years. You already have Warren right there, bro.
Sounds
right
good,
there.
actually. And you know what? You made an excellent point about we're not going to be in this position. At least we don't expect to be in this position in the draft every year.
We're not.
So yeah, better move
get
up now.
Get the one key player that's going to help boost this offense and Shanahan's new offense regime. Going to get Tyler Warren. Y'all can be mad now, but once he start producing, he's the safest pick. He's the safest pick. He's the safest pick.
We got to go, fam. I love it, though.
All right, man.
At that point about we ain't supposed to be here all the time, better go get something now. I like that. All right, fam. Smooth.
Get Warren. All right.
I will see you tomorrow.
When you be back?
Tomorrow.
Good to see you back.
All right. Y'all take care. My favorite family, number 1 in the nation. All right, Niners gang. All right, I'm out.
There it goes. Too cool, smooth. Hey, said I'm at Baltimore. Hey,
Too cool, smooth operator. I'm out.
Nice move. Yo, hey, Serge.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Serge, it's like that time when we're going to be sitting there anticipating what the 49ers are going to do in the first round. Serge, make that choice right now so we can say on draft night, Serge knew, Smooth knew. We got that's 2 people trading up. No matter we're staying at 11. What are you doing, up, down, or staying right where you are?
Man, it looks like we have to go up, Ronbo, because we got rid of so many good players that we have to get back to where we left off, and it looks like we went backwards because we got rid of Greenlaw, we got rid of Debo, we just got rid of so many good players that we're just like, we're going backwards. So we need to go forwards now after that. Mm-hmm. But first thing I would do, Ronbo, is trade all these bandwagon fans that we had last year and send them back, man. Those undercover Cowboy fans, that's what they are. We need to get rid of those.
Hey, Serge, remember one thing about the Cowboys. Serge, remember when Texas boys would be rolling around in here all day, every day? You see, here's the thing, Serge. Now, this is why I don't boot a lot of people, because I like the fact that we could talk about Texas boy when he's not here. Why? He's not here because the Cowboys are one of the worst organizations in professional sport right now, and they have been for the last 3 years. Texas boy.
He's not here, Ronbo, but he's around. He's not here, but he's around, Ronbo.
He's been
and the reason why he's around is because his team hasn't done nothing in years. So he's over here hanging out with us because we've been doing something for the last couple of years. So come on, Texas boy.
But that's not good for him.
Just come out the closet, man.
I mean, we took
come
all
out the closet. You're a Niners fan. Just say it.
We took all the bullets out his pistol. He ain't got. He's shooting blanks. TB.
Oh,
go ahead, Serge. What are you going to trade up, trade down? I've gotten over the trauma of losing players. Now make a move. What are you going to do?
Well, first I want to say that Shanahan has been not great when it comes to the draft, as you can tell. He's been pulling a little couple good trades here and there, but the draft, man, I don't know. But right now I'm more worried about signing Brock Purdy because it hasn't been done yet, and the whole thing about trying to look for teams to see if they're interested in Brock Purdy, and nobody came up and was interested.
that really pissed me off because Kyle Shanahan is known for moving on so quickly with quarterbacks that it makes me nervous that he wanted to see if there was any options to see about trading for Brock to get an elite quarterback.
Serge,
but
my God, where are you getting
I don't know,
from?
man.
Serge, where'd you get that from?
Well, I heard that I heard that nobody was interested in picking Brock Purdy, and I'm like, wait, what? They were trying to see about.
What's the source? Somebody said that the 49ers are trying to trade Brock Purdy and that nobody was interested? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Now, how recently has this taken place?
And I think I saw that like a week or two ago, and on YouTube. I saw it on YouTube at ESPN, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, okay. What is what is that about?
Okay,
and
the
I'm
report
like,
also says they're looking for an elite quarterback. Okay, here's what you can do, Serge.
No. The story was that I guess there was sources saying that they were trying to see if anyone was interested, and nobody was interested.
Yeah.
And to me, it just felt like he wanted to see about getting another quarterback.
Serge, don't. You know what? Don't bite on that kind of thing. They're doing that for dramatic effect and desired effect, which has got your attention. Think about that for a minute. If they were going to do that, why would they make that public?
I don't know.
Because it's not happening.
But the thing is, you know that Kyle is that type of person to go out there and try to go. He's a fisherman, man. He goes out there and tries to see what's out there.
You don't see him rolling around. Last time this happened, it was reported every time he went to Cabo, was looking at Stafford. He's doing this, they're doing that. There was lots of activity. Now you get from a reporter that Kyle's trying to the 49ers, because Kyle's not involved anymore. Lynch is trying to shop Brock Purdy. But listen, Serge, don't bite on that. That's not happening. I guarantee you.
But the way I see it, Ronbo, is all these elite quarterbacks that haven't done absolutely nothing get signed so quickly and get their money, but Brock Purdy's over here, not signed yet, and we're heading into what, May?
Yeah,
and
this is everybody
still not signed, and it's like.
Yeah, but when's the last time we had a fast signing?
For that, man, he's known for.
But Serge, I think Fred Warner's the last time they signed somebody relatively quickly. Everybody else had to wait. I don't know. This is 49ers do. They have to wait. So, Serge, don't fall for that. No, they're not.
Yeah. Well, I'm not falling for it. This is the thing. I just know how Kyle works, man. He is just he window shops a lot, man. and when it comes to quarterbacks, he moves on so quickly from a quarterback. He would rather get rid of a quarterback than like Fred Warner or Bosa. Like, he would get rid of Brock before he does, those guys. So
look for Brock to be signed.
You know what I'm saying? But if we get Brock, if we sign him, we need to get protection. We need an offensive line.
Yeah, no matter what
our defense
looks,
is,
you get
good
line.
But yeah, we definitely need an offensive line, and we need it. Who are we replacing for Greenlaw? I didn't catch that.
That's still D. Winters is in place. Bethune is going to be trying out for that spot. The 49ers are probably going to pull a linebacker, and I got a feeling, I'm still hanging my hat on the Georgia dog. I mean, I still think they're going to pull that kid. We'll see. A lot of people like the guy in Bama better.
But how would you feel if we got a quarterback in the draft?
Oh, Serge, Serge, you got to relax on Brock Purdy. He will be here. All right, the 49ers are not going to draft him.
I love Brock Purdy.
But Kyle Shanahan's not going after a quarterback. I almost guarantee it. But Serge, I'll be back tomorrow because I missed yesterday. Let me see you tomorrow and see if I can change your mind even further. All right.
Okay. Well, I'm just throwing it out there. If he gets a quarterback in the draft, that should.
All right, Serge. Again, there's no way in the world the 49ers are trading up to get a quarterback. There's not one in this draft. It's all that. The ones Shador and what's his name, they're already going where they're going. Aaron!
Ronbo.
Aaron, we're at the crossroads. The one that's going to have us say things like, "Oh God, this is the best pick of the draft. We haven't had a pick this good in years." Or we're going to say things like, "Ricky Pearsall. We're picking up Ricky Pearsall. Who's Ricky Pearsall?" You know, no, I didn't even, people who watch college football knew who he was, but I was sitting there blank because I just knew it was going to be an offensive lineman. And by the way, Aaron, we're back in that car and at that same parking lot again this year, getting ready to get out to see what's going to happen in the first round as far as the pick. Trade up or trade down, Aaron. And if whichever way you're going, what are you going after?
So for me, Ronbo, I'm team trade down because, because you want to like load up your team for this year and next year. So, I can definitely see us trading down, to get some draft picks for this year and maybe next year. So, yeah.
How far are you willing to drop down?
Like let's say if a team, so if a team's like Pittsburgh wants to trade up, they could possibly trade up to get a quarterback like Shadir Sanders. So I could see them offering us a next year first round pick, this year's third round pick. And we give them.
You know the Steelers are lower in the pecking order than us, right?
Well, yeah, I know, but still, like they could, still trade up to get a quarterback. Because I mean, even though Aaron Rodgers not.
But if they're at 27, 28.
No. Pittsburgh is at 21.
21.
They're at pick 21. So.
Okay, and trade up to 11. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, so it's a possibility, but I think trading up kind of risky because I mean you're kind of giving maybe a pick or two draft picks. So unless if they trade up for maybe an offensive lineman that they really like a lot. So
yeah, because I think most first round offensive linemen might be okay. Actually, the second and third round is probably because we've seen some good offensive linemen. Pony, for example, we've seen some good offensive linemen in the later rounds. Most teams don't really care to pick up a. If you see an offensive lineman picked up in the first round, he's usually just really unbelievably good, and there's no doubt about how his skills are going to translate to the NFL. But go ahead. Let me hear more.
Yeah, and I heard some people saying that the Niners may draft Tyler Warren.
I know it's getting heated, isn't it? I read about it. Smooth just mentioned it.
Yeah.
Here you come with it. Tyler Warren, get ready, man. You're coming to the Bay Area. Wouldn't that be crazy? Well,
but
we need another George.
I mean,
6'6".
I mean, I know he's a hell of a player, but to me, that's kind of too rich because, of course, we need needs on D line, O line, possibly corner. So, yeah. So it's really going to be really interesting in a couple of weeks.
More than that, because I figure after day one, you only left such a feeling. You feel some kind of way about whoever they pick. But day two is probably going to be more exciting than day one. And day 3 is where the 49ers have been doing their best work for years. So, it's going to be funny to see what happens in day 1 because there's so much
Yep.
in that first round to get excited about or not. So, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, and today, they had like the 49ers hosted like a top 30 visit today, so they met with some players.
They have been just about every day. You hear these names. Yeah. Do you watch? You follow college football a lot.
Yeah.
So you recognize the names that you're hearing coming into the facility, right? So I'm always like, wow, who's that?
Yeah.
And then you read a little about them. And ooh, all that, huh? Okay. So we'll see. They also look at people that are going to fit the program, which always worries me. They don't. 49ers, everybody says get the best player available, please. No, not necessarily. The 49ers get the best player available for their system. They've been doing that a lot. It's worked out kind of well. But every now and then you just wonder what that kid that just was an absolute stud from coast to coast. Everybody knew his name. We don't get those a lot. Not in the draft. We immediately make him into. I mean, George Kittle, Dre Greenlaw, Al Sherrod, a lot of guys we get, though, after you get the pros, they're all that. But, it's funny. Coming out of the draft is kind of hard to see.
Yeah, in the Niners, they just need to draft like great players. Like, for example, like look at the Eagles, the Lions, even the Chiefs. And I know we hit on, like, and I know we hit on like in the first round, like Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk and possibly Ricky Pearsall. I mean, you have to at least hit in the first round because
you should,
there's like a percentage.
Yeah, I mean that's the top choices. We got to go, fam. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, make up for yesterday, and bookmark that spot there, Aaron. I'll get you tomorrow, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too, Aaron. There he goes. And here comes the only white chocolate I would buy, due to the fact that I need 75% cocoa in my chocolate. Try and get in here, man.
Ronbo.
Yes!
Hey, Ronbo. It's white chocolate coming in so hot. I got cake sweet enough to make your teeth rot.
You worked on that one, didn't you?
Oh, I've been fine tuning that one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that plays in the comments. But what's up, Ronbo? I know what we got on the docket tonight. Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, can I say something real quick, too, actually?
Go right ahead.
If you're wondering, that was me who slid into your DMs last night on Instagram asking if you were going live. I'm always ready to talk ball, Ronbo.
Hey, because my DMs, I was man, my day is running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and that's why Ellis has been working me. It's funny. The thing is, I had my phone, the clock ticked out. I was getting ready to start looking at Ellis's picks and players of interest. Ellis, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna get it done before draft night, though. But anyway, that's another subject because I got to stop making these promises I don't keep. But
No. Like I said, I always got time to talk ball. But yeah, I was happy to see you're on tonight. And like I said, Ronbo, I know we're talking the draft tonight, but I gotta say, I usually, I have all these notes. But then, I'll hear a caller before me say something, and that I just have to address.
All right.
There's zero chance that the Niners were shopping Farmer Brock.
Yeah, no, I know. I searched. I mean, that was just way out there. There's no way that the 49ers, if they were, they'd be going public with it. They let everybody know about it. 49ers are trading Brock Purdy, which would be outrageous at this time. To be trading Brock Purdy? No. We got other things to attend to. You've already got one problem. Don't add to it. Get ready for the draft. Trading Brock Purdy. And then of course,
exactly, Ronbo, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like he kept saying, like, and again, I don't want to, I hate to kind of come at people personally, but like he was saying, like, quote unquote elite quarterbacks that they could replace him with, and like this draft class, it's not last year.
Yeah.
You know, with Caleb and Jaden and Bo Nix and Penix, whatever he might be.
You're right.
And Drake May.
Yeah.
Drake May. Like this class isn't that. Like I'm honestly skeptical that there's one elite, quote unquote, elite quarterback.
There's only three that they're talking about, fam. 3. And everybody else. And they brought the Ole Miss guy just to add his name to the list. But this year is not the year for going after quarterbacks. And nobody's going to give up an elite quarterback from any other team.
No.
So what are we talking, elite quarterback? No, it's not possible.
Ronbo, no, they're all in on Purdy. They've said it. And you know what? I believe it. And it's just, they drag their feet with every contract. It'll get done. But, and you know what? They'll wait until 2 more extensions so that the price of the brick goes up. You know what I mean? But, they'll get it done. But, and then real quick, too, Ronbo, I want to say, too, you hit the nail on the head earlier about Tyler Warren. Let's be honest, he really is like mini George, right? But
actually, big George is 6'6".
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he probably isn't as fast, but he plays like George, But and that movement, him to the Niners has been picking up steam lately. But
I know, right?
Ronbo, here's the thing: the sad truth is that the Niners, they just don't have the roster where they have the luxury of making a quote unquote splashy pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
They need to draft based on need and need only. Last year was solid. Other than, they reached on my boy Ricky Sent, Slick Rick the ruler.
He might be worth it, though. Look, I need to see more of him. Because, last year he was out playing gangster, running around in the streets and taking down gunmen and everything else, So, this year is you concentrate on football. I want to see what he's got because he's got that mindset I'm kind of appreciating. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, I think he's going to break out. I think he's in line to break out. But, Ron, but here's the thing. They haven't drafted well enough recently in the trenches, again, to be able to afford to make a splashy pick at 11, like a Warren, you know what I mean? Or again, I don't know. There's other things going around, but I don't know, Ronbo, where I'm at, I think it needs to be some combination of defensive line and offensive line in the first and second round, right?
I do. I agree.
Depending on whatever that looks like. I guess maybe corner, because I don't know, that Will Johnson.
If you could get a good corner. But yeah, the game's going to be decided at the activity in the trenches. You're right.
Yeah, but this tight end baloney, it's come on, what are we doing there? But yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing too. I know. Here's the thing, Ron, but you got to look at those top 30 visits, right? Like that's usually a big indicator. You know what I mean? Especially with the Niners.
Yeah.
They've drafted a lot of the guys where they bring into those top 30 visits, and what I just saw, unless it was fake news, was that they brought in that Shamar Stewart from A&M.
Yeah, I just read about that a little while ago too. A dude's fast.
I think that, you know what, Ronbo?
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna. When I saw that, I'm like, damn, I think they're gonna go with him at 11. You know what I mean? Like that was my takeaway.
Yeah, because the
Knicks
got to have some help, Phil. I mean, they've got to get some legitimate person to put over there. We'll see.
No, and absolutely. And you know what, Ronbo? I agree with you 1,000%. But here's where I'm at with that is that, and again, I know, Stewart played in the SEC, right, at Texas A&M.
That's important.
But you know what, Ronbo? Sometimes though the production doesn't lie. And you know what? A guy who I've kept my eye on is that Mike Green from Marshall. He's an edge rusher.
And that's not the first time I heard his name. Fam, we ran our clock, but I will be back tomorrow. White chocolate, bring it. I'll bring the ice cream. We're going to melt you down and pour you right over the top. All right? You got time.
Love it, Ronbo. Hey, Ronbo, let me get a Niners holla.
Oh, God, yes. Niners! What, WC?
Hey, great talking to you. As always, Ronbo, love the platform, love
Thanks,
the fucking, love the community. Bang, bang, white chocolate out.
Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow, too. Night, fam.
Take care, man.
Hey, here comes Tommy. Tommy Huxley, the blues man. Night, white chocolate.
Hey.
Tommy.
Oh, no, we can't touch Mike Green.
Yeah, I've heard his name a few times, too. Tommy,
but he's an amazing
over
player,
and over
but
again
he's
are very
got
kind
too
of
many
scary.
issues off the field.
Does he?
He's got
Because
too
somebody
many
else
issues off the
mentioned
field.
he's the guy. Somebody said something about a player like that a 2-3 weeks ago, and I don't know who Mike Green is, but this is the second time I've heard something that rings a bell. What kind of issues are we talking about? Same campus, idiotic stuff.
I think it's sexual assault.
I knew it.
But
it's always
But
that.
I don't know if it's, but, trumped up charges, no charges, just,
Tommy,
just,
you know how elite athletes get treatment in college? Especially if you're really good. As soon as a girl comes in and reports it, are you sure? Because if it was consensual, we don't want to have to come back. And the girl said, I was at home. I didn't even see him come in. So it gets crazy. And women are afraid to say anything for the fact that they know that the double standard is there for college athletes that are really good. If you're not that good, they'll take you down. So, yeah.
I mean, he's elite. He's really great against the run. He's got great passer. He's got so many pass rush moves. Yeah, he's elite. He'd be a great pick. I'm just worried about that stuff, but who knows?
Tommy, play the list.
I don't know. That's why they met with him, I believe.
But you say they met with him for what reason? For that reason?
I'm pretty sure. I think they met with him. I don't know.
Yeah,
just to
coaches
see with
got to do more to keep those guys in line too, guys. I got to tolerate.
Because I guarantee you, Saul knows all about this guy. I was like, I want this guy. The opposite Nick Bosa would be ridiculous.
Hey, that's a good point. I wonder about Salah's mindset. What's ethical and unethical to him? What does he want as ball players? That that could be a determining factor. If Salah doesn't appreciate that kind of stuff and not going to buy the hype about he didn't do it. It was they found out it was you know what? Salah's probably going to look into it, and everybody else in the 49ers organization. We don't need that kind of heat.
And this is not a deep edge class. I don't your boy, whatever his name is, but he had a lot of good points, but it's not deep in edge. It's deep in DT.
Yeah, right? Because you see, the 49ers are bringing a lot of DTs in, too. You notice that? Not a lot of DEs.
I mean, if you're going to go, you got to go deep. If you're going to go defensive line, I think you got to get edge since we don't have, who the hell do we have besides Gross Matos? He's not even a starter, according to me.
Well, no, he's not really. That's why the Panthers got rid of him. And you got Drake Jackson, his body won't heal up. We got rid of Leonard Floyd. That was a mistake because Joey Bosa played us. For whatever, I guess to get paid by the Bills. Who else did we have? I don't remember any other names. We got the kid from Georgia. He's
still on there, Beal.
Beal's not doing anything. I mean, I'm questioning whether he really came from Georgia because most of the Bulldogs are tough. He's not.
I know.
God. So,
Hey, about trading up, sheesh. I traded up for Abdul Carter, but I don't know. He's got some character issues himself. He's got some stuff on his, and he's got injury. He could be a fat bust.
Hey, who's the guy with the foot they were talking about? Is that Abdul Carter? They say his foot's fine, not going to be an issue. Is that him?
Oh, it's not going to be an issue?
No, I just read that today.
He should start week one.
His agent might be talking that way.
He's going to be starting week one, but what if it's a recurring foot thing? So
I know, right? Like, remember Javon Kinlaw? He's got a knee, and the 49ers are aware of that.
God almighty.
It's more than just a little problem, okay? God.
Everyone was trying to tell me Kinlaw's a beast. I'm like, is he though? You get rid of Buckner. I know they had to shuffle the money around. God, they should have let so many people walk, but they decided to let Buckner walk, and I don't know.
So, it's going to be really interesting to see. And by the way, Tommy, would you consider it impossible for Tyler Warren to become a 49er in the first
I was just about to go into that now.
Go right ahead.
Not this freaking hogwash again. But, I kind of liked it just because what Larry Krueger's 2 cents on it was. It's like, if you want risk-free, go in the first round, bust-free. But, Slick Rick, he's not a bust. He played pretty well, honestly. So, was he a reach? Yes.
Well, yeah, we did 32.
I also disagree with one of the callers that said you got to draft for need. No.
We've done that too many times.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We drafted for need and got McGlinchey, and I'm sorry, he's not good.
That was really a mistake, wasn't it? And we could have had Vita Vea that year. Jesus.
Yeah, as Larry says, just draft great players. Exactly. We need great players. We used to have great players. They're gone. Not all of them, but the ones we lost some great players. I mean, is Huff a great player? He was. I guess he's still a great player.
Who's that last name you mentioned?
Huff.
Huff.
Hufanga.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Well, he had his moments where he really blew
Yeah, he did. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had some
great 2021, 2022, great moments. 2023, no. 2024, no. So,
he knocked himself out with poor tackling technique and almost broke his neck.
Yeah.
He was out and they had to retrain him on that. But he did a good job for us. His veteranship is what we needed this year.
Yeah.
But he's going to get hurt.
But one thing about Tyler Warren, I mean, have you seen this guy's background? He was a letterman. He played baseball, basketball. He's just an athlete. He's going to be an all-star. I mean, not an all-star, but he's going to be all-pro. He's going to be probably a Hall of Famer, depending on what team he goes on.
Tommy, who's going to pick him up? Because
if they took him, I wouldn't hate it. I just think
is going to get him, aren't they?
But why trade up for him? I think he might be able to fall.
You think all the way to 11? Oh, hey, Tommy, there's a dilemma. Can you imagine you're sitting there at number 11, you had somebody else in mind, but at number 11, here he comes. He's going to fall right into our lap. What are you going to do,
if they
Tommy?
grab him, I'm not going to hate it. Because we can't go, he's a bust. There's no way he's going to bust. Oh, and another one thing about, he'd be a great receiver in, 12 personnel, just because we need a receiver. And then we have 2 tight ends that can receive because Brandon Ayuk is out, so there's another receiver.
Tommy, we gotta see you tomorrow, Tommy. We ran the clock, but listen, that's why I like this.
I can't believe you're live tonight.
Yeah, no,
I'll probably be on tomorrow.
I really don't use to come this day. I used to come in yesterday. Looking forward to it, Tommy. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
That's good stuff.
Have a good one.
You too, Tommy. There's something I didn't think about. What if this dude drops down to number 11? The 49ers are going to go into OT or a DE or whatever. DT. There's Farrell. Can you see Lynch, everybody in the room looking around each other? The hell do we do now? I wonder if they ever have that what the hell do we do now moments. I figure every GM in the league has a the hell do we do now? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to threaten to take Farrell and make a deal right now. We got 2 picks to go. Farrell's not getting picked up next. We know what they're going to do, because they usually have this kind of insight somehow. We're going to tell whomever wants this tight end, he's yours. What are you going to offer me? Start doing. You watched Draft Night? You see how many times? I've seen that movie 30 times. I love it. It's time to watch it again, actually. But they do some crazy stuff on Draft Night when they're making those phone calls back and forth to other GMs around the league. If Farrell's coming this way, 11. Wow, guys, he's going to fall right in our lap. Should we take him? Or shall we get some more picks? Steven, get in here, man. Steven.
Been chomping at the bit, Ronbo. Chomping at the bit.
I know. There's so much.
I don't even know where to start. Like I said, Luke Farrell is such a safe pick for the 49ers, really.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Green, I can't stress this enough. If the player has an injury, and it's an old injury, and there's reports saying that, it's a non-factor, don't bite, because
I know,
that
right?
always leads to something. Eric Armstead, Javon Kinlaw, however the hell you say his name.
Yeah. We got Javon started this. Before it was easy. It's Javon. Go ahead.
Yeah. And who else is another factor like that we drafted? Damn near. Mostert. That's another one. It's just there's so many reports of players saying like, that's a non-factor. It's a non-factor, and then the Niners bite.
It'll be a factor.
It bites them right back.
I mean, badly.
Why? So,
wait, does Farrell have a history of injury?
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything. I can always double check.
You know about that edge rusher?
I'll bring it back to you tomorrow.
You're the one that was telling people that he's fine. He was at the combine because they told him to just stay out of that, let his foot do whatever they're doing to it. Yeah. Somebody said he's fine, and it's not going to be a non-factor. But like you're saying right now, when you hear somebody say he's non-factor, walk away. Walk way away. He's not. They're baiting you. So, yeah.
Yeah, because that's all it is. It's like, how can we get you to sign a contract? But not only that, Ronbo, too, is what was I going to say? Oh, there was a wide receiver that was able to Randy Moss, Travis Hunter. And if the Niners look at possibly getting a receiver just in case, for whatever reason, Brandon Ayuk ends up not working out, or let's say Slick Rick falls short of what we expect, at least we have a backup. You know what I mean? You can always draft a receiver, put him at special teams, give him some reps in between, and then just in case if like first, second, or third and fourth don't work out, at least you have that receiver that you drafted.
Wait,
or you can use it as draft
what's
capital.
His name, Tommy? What's his receiver?
I'm trying to remember his name.
Did a number on Travis? Oh, I want to.
Yeah.
That's
he mossed Travis.
That's pretty special. Because that dude, we were talking about him doing that exercise in that gym that they caught, and I swear that had to be photoshopped or fixed or AI'd or something. That physically, that should not be possible. You'd have to move at the speed of light to get your feet to switch across that fast before you hit the floor. But anyway, if he did that to Travis Hunter, I'm impressed.
He did, and that's what was crazy because I didn't believe it at first because I saw like a news report about him and that he was possibly going to visit the Niners facility. And his main highlight was that he Randy Moss Travis Hunter, which I was like, no way, I got to see this myself. So I saw the highlight reel. I just want to go back and find it.
He really
did. He really did. And I couldn't believe it for myself. I was like, to Moss Travis Hunter is crazy work. Like, you got to really be good at what you do.
Yeah.
And Travis Hunter's on you like wide out reps. He's on you like wide out. He's fast. He can switch pace. And he's intelligent. He anticipates really well. So
and his hips there's no bones in his hips. From that move we've seen, just in that exercise move, that boy, he is fluid as water. So, yeah.
His name is Kyle Williams, Ronbo.
All right.
Washington State wide receiver Kyle Williams.
I'm gonna YouTube that say wide receiver that Randy Moss. You know, I want to see that footage. Man, that's
it was something. Nasty. It was nasty work. I was like, damn, because Travis is fast.
Yeah,
he's not just like quick,
agile. I mean, he's got every tool you need to be a football player, especially one that plays either cornerback or wide receiver. And that's the plus on him, fam. If you can play both cornerback and wide receiver, there's nothing a wide receiver can do that you ain't seen before. No, that gives you an advantage.
Because you've already done everything that person's doing.
Yeah, and you know the route before it starts, and when it starts, when you know exactly where he's going. So, yeah. Travis may go first in the draft. I could see him being number one. That's too much talent.
I hope he does it. I hope he falls to us. That'd be a great addition.
Not going to happen. It's so not going to happen. Don't bet any money on that.
That'd be great, though, if we did.
Well, yeah.
The stars line perfectly. Dreams do come true. I would probably go to Disneyland. Who knows? It'd be a great day. It'd be a great day for the 49er Empire.
Because God, yes.
There's nothing more, Ron, but there's nothing more deadly than a player like Travis Hunter. Let me put it like this. In my opinion, everyone has their own, but Travis Hunter is what I would consider Jerry Rice playing defense. Very about his craft, pretty modest, doesn't showboat a lot, gets the job done and gets out.
Does he remind you of prime time? Because the thing is, I want to know if he's that fast. Is he one of those guys? If you make a mistake and he picks it off, everybody can go sit down. You're not going to catch him. It's a touchdown. Dion was just nasty.
From what I've seen, watching him in college, just because I was like, I want to see Coach Prime win. I didn't care about Colorado. I just wanted to see Coach Prime. I'm an Arkansas guy. I love Razorbacks. When I grew up as a kid, I loved it. I love that team. Love the program. But from what I can tell you is when Travis Hunter did pick someone off, it was bye-bye. It was it. It was hard to catch up to him.
Yeah. That's always fun. There's a couple of guys in the cornerbacks in the draft with that kind of speed. I don't know if they got that kind of skill set, though. That's the only thing. So,
we've yet to see one like that.
Yeah.
The last time we saw it was 94, and before.
See, that's too long. So these guys are short at the combine. Cornerback coming down here at 4.25, or because I think they did break 4.3 this year. Don't put too much stock in that. Can he play ball though? See, and usually that kind of guy is too light. I usually worry about that because if he can fly like that, it's probably because he only weighs 190 at the most.
Yeah, no, he can definitely hold his own. He takes a hit and he keeps on going. That's what I like about Travis Hunter too. Like I said, man, there's a lot of talent on defense to go around. Really. I mean, if we can't pick up Travis Hunter, we can pick up a lot of other players. Yeah. But if we're going to go after a wide receiver and that's going to go right under the radar, and not a lot of people have been talking about him, it's Kyle Williams. He's top 30, meaning the chances of him coming to the Niners are pretty good.
Yeah. All right. And the 49ers probably see it. And again, the 49ers like to pick players that fit the program. So, what we're looking at and what the 49ers are looking at, all of a sudden, they may have interest in this guy you're talking about. And whereas it looks like no way they're going to get him. And they do. So, we'll see.
Well, check this, Ronbo. Everyone's talking about how we lost Greenlaw and lost all these talented players on the defense. And now we got Robert Saleh back. We're looking towards the draft. Well, check this out, man. That mass exodus is kind of a good thing because the program that we were running before wasn't really getting the job done if you really boil it down. Yeah, we got it to the Super Bowl, but we couldn't finish.
Yeah,
remember I told you before? We're not wiping out the whole team.
We're just wiping out some. We got to go, fam. I'll be back tomorrow though, so you don't have to wait. I'm gonna get in here and we're gonna talk. Bookmark that spot right there because there's more to add to it. All right, Steven.
Oh, there's absolutely more. All right, I'm gonna show you my draft picks once I see you tomorrow. All right.
Okay. Good. Looking forward to that. All right, Steven. Appreciate you, fam. And well, here we go. Well, it's a big show. Ooh, it's a big show on tonight. So, man, we've been waiting on you, man. I mean, I was looking for you last week, dude. Show. Give me some showism. Uh-oh, here's a note. Come back to me, fam. Shows. What I like about Show is as he's going about whatever he's doing, he's got the phone ready to jump in. Show will come back. All right, no problem. Hey, Michael, come on in, Michael.
Hey, Ron, how's your night going, buddy?
Hey, I'm about to ask you because I saw your name being mentioned dirty. Are you okay? What's
so what happened Sunday night? Everything looked all right until 9 o'clock. I started getting chills, and then about 10 o'clock, I was trying to go to the bathroom. Blood was coming out.
And
like I said, and like Nikita said, I only got one kidney. My left one was taken, and when I had cancer, I was 3.
Wow.
And then suddenly I fell right into I fell and boom, hit the toilet, and I was down.
Oh. Michael.
So they had to rush me to the ER.
Yeah.
And they did all this stuff. They found out that the last kidney I have a cyst growing in there that could lead to cancer and it could kill me. Oh. So we're seeing about wants to remove it because if I can remove the cyst without removing the kidney, I'm good. The problem is if I remove this last kidney, that means I have no kidney, and that means I have to be on, have to wait for a transplant, or I'll be on. Yeah. I said, man, nothing gets better.
Michael. God, prayers up for Michael, fam. Oh.
Yeah. I hope I make my 48th birthday. That's what I'm hoping, man.
I'm hoping too. My God.
That's what I'm praying. Because as a 49ers fan, I know. When I messaged Jimmy Young, he said, and I told Steve Young's brother, I had to touch Jimmy. I was rushing to the hospital. He says, "Oh my God, bro, I hope you're all right." I have to let my brother Steve know, because he knew I had the one kidney back in high school. He knew he knew everything. He's like, "Oh my God, I'll let Mom know."
And you still played ball with that condition. Oh, man.
Well, it wasn't, well, at least that wasn't, it was my right kidney I still have, I just said I want to be home once the draft, because, you know what I mean? That's a holiday to me. If I miss out on that, that's like Mel Kiper not being there. I love watching the draft. I order pizza and all that stuff. It's a holiday to me. The NFL draft is I watch all 7 rounds. It's like a holiday.
I know. You'll be here for it. It's coming in 2 weeks, Mike. No problem. You'll be around. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody's talking about the tight end from Penn State. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got to see what else was out there. I mean, yep.
Yeah, Luke Farrell.
He looks good.
He just sounds great. 6'6". What does he go? 250, something like that. And got great moves.
And then, when I did see the video of the guy from Washington State, he's pretty good. The receiver, a receiver that he was talking about. I've seen a lot of videos, and I had a friend that went to Washington State that knew a lot about him, and he said he's a good athlete. He's quick. So that's what we need. Maybe we could use somebody that would, more receivers better. I don't care what we do.
Yeah, but you like him in the first round?
No, not in the first round. I would say maybe second, third. Or if you jump in, the 49ers could get 2 first-rounders. They could jump back in late if they wanted to. Oh, they could.
How many picks going back in the first round would cost?
11. 49ers got 11. 49ers got 11. But if the 49ers play smart.
Yeah.
Well,
we jumped back in the first round before. To get Reuben.
We did that.
That was bad luck. We got Reuben Foster that year. That we jumped back in the first round with the last pick in the first round.
2 first rounds back. The last time the 49ers had 2 first round back-to-back was Todd Kelly and Dana Stubberfield. Have you guys ever heard of those?
Oh, yeah, but
one guy from Tennessee, the other guy from
that's been so long ago.
I remember that. Yep.
But now to get back in the first round is going to cost you.
Yeah. And then Mel Kiper predicted the Rams getting the quarterback dart. I said, "Yeah, go ahead, Rudy.
Wait. Repeat that. What did you say? The Rams what?
They predict the Rams might draft Dart, the quarterback. That's what Mel Kiper was saying.
I like that.
Oh, right. They need a quarterback. Stafford's going to last.
But what happened to Stetson Bennett Jr., Esquire?
Yeah. I guess his magic don't work enough. Maybe his magic don't work enough. So he's going to go. Maybe Rudy he's not doing it. Maybe he'll be there. But Rudy loved him.
Rudy was talking all kind of trash after that first exhibition game. We may have the steal in the draft. And then you know how the video says a few minutes later.
But one quarterback I like. But the one quarterback I like to get later in the draft, if he's still available, he's a good quarterback. Nikita said it's the quarterback from Canada who's I think he's like 6-something, 200-something pounds from Canada, the quarterback.
Wait a minute.
Imagine getting a guy like that.
When he plays
it's a quarterback from Canada.
He plays Canadian football?
He played college ball in Canada. Yeah, you guys know the name? Put it in the chat. Yeah, he's good. He's tall. It's like 6-something. Yeah. I would pick him up late, like the 5th or 6th round. I'd grab him. And if Scatterboo, you're there, I want you too.
Well, yeah,
I'll take Scatterboo there if he's late. I'll take him in Arby. Bring Scatterboo over here too. Put him with CMC.
I bet you Scatterboo goes in the second round. They say it's a day 3 pick. But I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends which. Well, they predict Tennessee might get him in the 3rd round. They predict.
Yeah.
Well, they need a running back. Tennessee needs one after they don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. They lost Henry, so I mean.
But there's a lot of running backs.
So they need a running back.
There's a lot of running backs.
Yeah, too many good ones. Let's see which one pans out, Ronbo. Because you might say this guy's good. Is he going to be good enough? You know?
Yeah, because the NFL will make sure if you're not good enough, we'll know immediately. How many of those you got? We had the 3rd round pick, right? We know about bad running backs. Well, hey, Mike, were they bad running backs or were they just not used properly?
Well, Mitchell was always getting injured.
Yeah, and
the other guy we drilled
actually. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The guy we got from Ohio State that went to the Eagles, they got a ring. I don't know if he was used right or if he just wasn't good or not. I don't know.
I thought we had 2 guys.
Sermon.
I know TDP. Who was that?
Well,
Who was the guy
Sermon
before?
was one, and who's the other guy?
Well,
Sermon, and what was the other guy? Sermon?
TDP.
And Sermon. Oh, the guy from LSU. Yeah, the guy from LSU.
Sermon and TDP.
And the guy from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did they both go to the Eagles?
Well, one did. Sermon did.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other guy.
I don't know where TDP
I know.
went.
And then who?
But, you know, this is
I don't know if
the thing.
they're running
It's a
back.
bad pattern. And I worry about the 49ers drafting running backs. If they get one UDFA or something, he's just all hell. But you get one in the draft, I thought that would work, too. I said, we're going to draft him back now.
I hope Salah tells Kyle, let me go after some of these defense. These guys are good. I've seen them. Salah might be studying a lot at home, too, with these defense, watching them on TV, on YouTube. You don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, he's polished now. Salah, he's going to pick
probably writing them down. He's probably writing them down, what he wants. He's writing them down.
Look at the Jets.
And he's gonna,
Look at the Jets. Those are Salah picks. So,
yes, sir. And maybe, he's a smart guy. Maybe we might win it this year. Maybe he'll be the key to winning it.
Can you imagine? Well, the defense.
We need a coach like that.
That's always key.
We need a fire-up coach. We need a guy that can light up that, fuse and let it blow, We got to let that fuse. I love how he gets all hyped up. I love it. I love that kind of football.
He does.
No, that's all we
Players
need,
love it, too.
You need that kind of spark. You need that spark in the league.
Wow.
That's what you need. And Moody, good luck, man. Don't screw up this year because you will have another kicker on the side, but you might be on thin ice. You might be saying farewell.
Michael, his job's not promised. He's going to be up against competition in camp. And he can boot it wide right if he wants to, but he'll be wide right on out of here, too.
Bye,
Jack. Good luck to you, buddy.
Kicker in Miami. Yep, Florida State and Miami, Florida kickers we're looking at. 2 kickers for Florida.
I heard about it. Mike, we got to go. Hey, Mike, listen, sit back, relax, and get better. I'll be back tomorrow.
That's what I'm going to do. Relax and listen to your show the rest of the night.
Looking for another program.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night. Thank you very much. Jam Wolfie. Thank you so much for everything, buddy. And Tony Wright and everybody else. We love you all.
We love you back.
You, William Robert.
Night, Mike. Mike's amazing. Remember the last time we talked to Mike, he had something going on with his teeth? And now we're talking a kidney. I didn't even know about it. He was on one kidney. But his spirit is always still hot. The 49ers are a therapeutic thing, aren't they? I mean, they really, God, that's amazing. Here comes Diamador, Lenore's #1 fan. Here's Charles. Come on in, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
I always loved hearing from Charles because, you and I have been going back and forth about Debo for 2 years. And I'm just loving every time you call, here he comes. Well, I'm going to get him.
Well, I have an announcement. I've officially found a Diamador Lenore's replacement.
Oh, I thought you'd get ready to confess up and say Diamador Lenore is a qualified defensive back, and I do appreciate him. No, you've got to give us that. Who is a replacement? And do we have to trade up or down to get him, or can we get him at number 11?
Well, we're gonna get him in in the second round.
In the second round, that's fine. Who is?
His name is Za Frazier.
Za Frazier.
You heard? Yeah, Za Frazier. He's 6'3".
Yeah.
He's 6'3". He runs a 4.3 40.
6'3", 4'3"? Really? That's unusual, to see a big man can run that fast.
Yeah, man. He's I forget which college he goes, but you ought to look him up, man. He's pretty good. I'm gonna do
that right now. That way I can get back to you and say, come on now. Demo can whip that boy's butt.
ZAH.
Wait.
Za Frazier. Like Joe Frazier.
H.
Cornerback.
All right.
Frazier. He's definitely a sleeper.
Yeah, Frazier. Yeah. Za Frazier and yeah. Now, real quickly, tell me why in the world, of all people in the draft, did you pick this dude out to tell me that he's going to make Diamador Lenore sit down?
For one, he came by for a visit.
Fournette called him in. Okay.
Oh yeah. And then they told him, we drafting you in the second round so you can take you can take what you call a spot. That's what they told him.
You made that up, didn't you? Because the 49ers, when's the last time the 49ers told somebody we drafted you to say, well, you know what? The 49ers, I do remember them talking about, we had a defensive back about 4 years ago, and for some reason, nobody else knew about him in the draft, and the 49ers picked him up. I remember this. If I was another team, I would have been asking for an investigation about that. Nobody knew about this kid, but the 49ers picked him up. Remember that long, tall safety that ran a 4.3?
Yeah, I know. You talking about the one from USC?
Was he from SC? All I know.
Yeah. He was 6'3", 220 pounds, and
could move like a bullet.
He ran a 4.340. But we picked him up in the second round.
Right.
He's from USC, but he never panned out to anything. I don't know why.
He took bad angles on the ball a lot. And as a safety, you can't do that. You need to anticipate and get that down. That's a skill that can't really be taught. You can be taught and told how to go about doing it, but you can't constantly miss. I just think, well, he can make up with it for his speed. If you do get away, he'll get you. But no, that didn't work out. Him and Jimmy were back there together for a little bit.
Yeah, man. He we picked him up in the second round, and he didn't pan out, man. I really wanted him to pan out.
Haven't heard his name since.
Yeah, he panned out in about 2 seasons, and I think he started a few games, but he didn't keep it. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with him, but
I'm gonna trust him with Zob Frazier. Then we'll see what happens.
So who do you think the 49ers is going to pick in the first round?
A defensive end of some name. But you know what? Maybe a DT, because like people have been mentioning, Charles, the abundance of quality defensive edges. Is it enough this year that you should get one in the first round? Or if you don't get one in the first round, forget the rest. Go ahead and get DTs. We need an edge rusher, though.
Yeah, we do, man. I've been looking at the edge rushers, and I really like what they have. You know, I'm looking at. I saved some names. I'm trying to find them, but there's one white, the kid from Tennessee. I really like him, and there's another kid from this white kid. I forget what his name is.
We call it white chocolate. But go ahead.
He's a really good pass rusher. I'm trying to hold on. Let me look. I downloaded his video.
We're getting Graham in the first round, by the way.
Graham, who is Graham?
Michigan.
So what about Shamar?
Am I right about his name?
Shamar Stewart?
What
about Landon? What about Landon Jackson? Have you looked at Landon Jackson?
I've heard about him, but the 49ers talked to Shamar, I think, within the last 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I saw that. You know, he don't really have a quick step. You know, he has a really good motor, but he don't have a quick step. So you need a quick step. I don't. You know, that was the thing
you're right.
that Kinlaw didn't have. I mean, he was a beast. I mean, he was a large man, but he didn't have a quick step. I mean, you can't.
He got a quick step in the NFL.
Yeah, you got cement. If you got cement for legs, you can't play defensive tackle. And then he didn't have a small low center of gravity. He wouldn't what we drafted him to be. He should have been drafted in the 6th round.
Pad level wasn't good. Javon he's just big and scary, but Javon was okay, but nothing special.
But you know the thing that I'm really happy, I'm really happy that there's nobody in the draft in the first 5 picks on the defensive line that's like Solomon Thomas. I'm really happy for that.
Don't pick on him now, fam. Hey, Charles, we got to go. But I'll be back tomorrow because coming in on this day is usually what I don't do. But I can't wait till tomorrow. Let me see you tomorrow, man. Because you know what? I ain't through arguing with you about Demo. Before this year is over, Charles, you are going to say to me, Ronbo, I'm a backup, man. Demo did a good job in that game, and he is the reason why we won that game. And I'm gonna give him kudos.
well, you know, they drafting his replacement this year. You know, so that's
I know Zob Frazier.
Watching the second round, they gonna do like they did last year, draft. But look, I'll let you go. You have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it, Charles. Get back in there. I'll be looking for you. Night,
Okay,
family.
all right. Bye-bye.
Looks like Show was busy doing whatever he was doing. Should we call him? Well,
hey, Ronbo, can you do one more caller, please? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So whatever you're doing, it must be serious because you can't wait to get in here and break everybody's heart. Go ahead.
All right, one more caller. One more caller.
Ronbo.
Oh, it's Tony. Was that you? I thought maybe that noise. I thought Big Show was calling from a holding cell. But Tony.
No, it was just the garage door. I was just stopping it halfway so a little bit of air could come in.
Perfect timing. Tony, get in here, man. We're in here. And by the way, let me remind you, Kyle Shanahan is not going to be involved in the drafting process this year. So I know you're going to go to him right away. Tony, you even know better than that, don't you? Kyle Shanahan, if he's not in the drafting process, he'll be sitting in the corner of the room in the dark where the cameras can't see him, barking out orders.
No, that's not the reason, Ronbo.
What's going to be the reason? You failed attempts before.
The reason is, I told you before at that meeting, he probably ran out like a little child. All right, fuck you all, I'm out of here. Do it your way. All right, so he's going to the same thing with the draft.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not picking nothing. All right, I want to see how you guys are going to go with it. So whatever they pick, if they make a mistake, he's going to say, "See, I told you so."
Yeah. You see that, Tony? That,
right, but,
and no fruit cup for Kyle that night for being a little poop in the corner. Then, but it is ludicrous to think that Kyle's not going to be involved in the draft process. So I don't know why they try to tell us that Kyle Shanahan is going to have this removed from his plate. He is now pretty much the head coach, and we'll handle everything else. Okay.
Well, somebody mentioned Buckner, Ronbo, before. All right, the previous callers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember the conversation, the press conference with Hargrave? All right. They turned around and they said, well, Jed York wanted us, said, all right, I'll pay the money only if this guy is the game changer. Remember that?
Oh, I do remember that, though, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Okay, so Buckner's sitting there pissing himself laughing, saying, they just paid this dude $74 million, all right? And they got rid of him the next year. And they could have kept me.
Well, they gave him 2 years, a year and a half. He got hurt last year. He stayed around his hurt year. You're right, 2 years, and his big butt's got out of here. And the guy had a huge, the hips and everything were just way too big. But he was fast in some way. That's crazy. But it didn't translate for the 49ers.
Well, it's the same thing that doesn't translate to Nick Bosa making X amount of sacks, because when you had Buckner and Armstead there, you had the combination that could take away the double
teams. You double team him, you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and you cut Bosa loose. Those two guys. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to combinations, what we've talked about previously. But another reason why they might not want Kyle Shanahan to participate in the thing. Mate, we're thinking 49ers are going to pick at 11. What if it gets to 11 and they say, the 49ers have gone back 2 spots, grabbed a couple of picks and to 13, and yeah. And then it comes to 13, all right? Then it comes to 13.
Yeah.
And then they go, the 49ers have gone back another 2 spots and grabbed a few more draft picks.
Until they finally put in 5 or 30 picks and just don't even pick day one. Tony, come on now. Yeah. They're not that sick. We need some bodies in the first round. At least one.
Well, they hate picking in the first round, Ronbo. You know that. They say it all the time.
They have failed so many times. I'm not sure if I don't agree with that. I need to see one more bad pick in the first round. And I'm like, remember Trent Baalke and his fear of picking anything but a defensive player in the first round? That's because of A.J. Jenkins. He will be scarred for life because of A.J. So I need one more bad first-round pick, and I'm done with that too. Ricky might be okay though. Let's see what happens.
Well,
Ronbo, we need at least 20 picks to fill the void. All right.
Well, yeah. Well,
so who knows? They might pick at 11. Who knows? They might trade up. They might trade down. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But Kyle, they're probably scared of something, and they get to the next pick in the first round, and the 49ers have done the unthinkable. And what's that? They've taken 2 second-round picks for Brock Purdy, and Kirk Cousins is on his way to town to battle it out with.
Tony, no! Hey, don't speak these things into existence, sir. That is not happening. Oh my God! Woo!
To battle it out with Jones for the number 1 spot.
Hey, tell me one thing. The reason you got to use somebody else for that, because the thing is, Brock Purdy's due a contract extension, and if any other reason for not getting Brock Purdy, nobody's going to call him, is they're not going to take up that contract because they don't want to be bothered with having to extend him. It's too much.
Well, Ronbo, Kyle's like, what's his name? Chris. All right?
Chris who?
Don't you know that? Forrester, whatever, Cocaine Chris.
Yeah, Chris Forrester, yeah.
You know what I mean? He says he can turn any offensive lineman into a superstar. Kyle says he can turn any quarterback into a superstar.
Well, you know what? That's
right?
almost
so who's
damn near right.
Okay, so if they don't come to terms that they don't want to pay him $60 million, like
that's not going to happen.
All I have to do is ask him if he's better than Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
He's only getting $45 million. All right, so we're going to pay you more than Patrick Mahomes when you haven't won a Super Bowl yet, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
and if it gets to that stage,
then you got to trade him.
Agent, apparently he's a second-class agent, wants to break into the first-class tier of agents and tries to play hardball with the 49ers. The 49ers might...
He's got to try. I mean, that's what an agent... Agents making money on that, too. That's what drives them into insanity.
But I love it when we sit here and talk, and I love everybody's opinion, you know what I mean? Because that's how we come up with ideas better than the 49ers do on the Ronbo Sports Show. But I love it when we look. We need a pass rusher. We need a offensive line. What don't we need?
Yeah, I know, right?
Tell me what we don't.
Yeah, you know what, Tony? That's exactly right. There's no position that we can't use some help.
So we need more picks.
Yeah.
We need to drop. We need to go down a couple, pick it right at the end of the first round, like at the beginning, or maybe even at the beginning of the second round, and accumulate 5 or 6 more picks, and then away we go.
Yeah, they might be thinking that way because the 49ers do the best work after the second and third round anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but as I said, it's fun to speculate. It's fun to, do all the mock drafts and things like that. But on the day, we're either going to be cheering with our fists in the air or we're going to be going, what the?
I know. We've done that, the W2F, too many times. Tony, we're going to run the clock. I'm coming back tomorrow, though, because I messed up yesterday. And I'll be looking for you, as I always am. Tony, you bring a whole fun energy in here, working my boy Kyle. I mean, it's crazy funny. You've always got new material to work into. See?
Well, get ready, brother, because Big Show's next. He's going to give it to you as well.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Yeah, I tell you. All right. Show should... I wonder, is he ready now? Should I try it? Well, it's a big show. Uh-oh. Show may be in custody. I told him about all those bad shots he takes to the 49ers. Probably somebody at the precinct. It's probably a 49er fan and may have actually heard him. JT, Aussies don't drink Pilsner? Is that you say Pilsners? Show you. Don't you drink Pilsner?
Ronbo, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're waiting for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh my goodness, yeah. What a night. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Show, have at it, because we've been waiting for this, as we always are. We love it. I don't care what 49er Brian says. It is always something we want to hear.
Some people don't want to hear what's going to be said tonight, because the truth is we don't have the luxury anymore to trade up. We are not one body away from being in contention from the playoffs nor the Super Bowl this year.
That's a good point.
So the thing that makes most sense is to trade down and acquire more picks, because you had mentioned it to Tony already that we need more bodies because we had a mass exodus of players leave this offseason, and we have a lot of holes to fill. And
getting rid of picks would not be feasible.
Situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just need bodies that can tackle, that can block, that can do all the above, just to stay afloat this year. You know, so. And a lot of the core players that have been with us for a while, we need to start finding the replacements and getting them up to speed. You know, like George Kittle, for example, he's 31. There's no indication anywhere whatsoever right now as to whether or not we're going to be extending him or not. Along with the same with Fred Warner, he's up for an extension. And Trent Williams is getting up there in age. He's 30.
No, he's
almost 30, going to be almost 40. Yeah, and he might be on its way out next year. And we're going to be losing Mike McGlinchey, or not Mike McGlinchey, excuse me, Colton McKivitz next year. So we need a replacement for him.
Wait, show. Did you say we'll be losing Colton McKivitz next year? Now, why do you say that?
Yeah, he's up for his contract.
No contract renewal? Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can replace him easily.
So there's two offensive linemen right there that we need to find this year. For next
you
year.
got some guys they've been working on for the last couple of years too. I don't know if they're ready to go yet, but I mean, we've got to.
Yeah, so
because if we're not going to,
it's going to be a while.
If we're not going to use him, can we stop having to read his name every week as a healthy scratch? I don't get it.
Yeah, but yeah, we need to start finding the replacements, and we're going into this season with Trey Brown as our starting corner that replaced Javarius Ward right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, so what do you know about him? Because do you remember anything about him?
I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. That's the thing. I would have been excited about the signing if I knew something about him.
No, he got hurt
but I don't.
about 2 years ago or something. I saw his footage. Show he can play. I don't know what happened to him or why they got rid of him though. But anyway.
Yeah, that's why I think we might be going corner in round one if we trade down.
Yeah.
But if we stand pat at 11, that it's going to be a defensive lineman, because Javon Hargrave is on his way out too. Don't forget. Or he's already gone, but we need a replacement for him. Yeah. So there's a lot of holes we need to fill, and that's why it makes more sense to trade down than trade up.
I suspect they will too. Actually, the 49ers never hesitate to trade down because their targets are best caught after the first round anyway. I mean, when they pick in the first round, now it's almost like holding your breath.
If Shador's there at 11 and there's a quarterback-needy team that needs a quarterback, then don't be surprised teams wanting to move up to 11 and giving up some picks to do that.
Right during the draft, right? That's what I'm talking about. If the 49ers see a chance to get somebody, like you're saying, a quarterback-needy team, and they call the 49ers, hey, I think Shador's coming your way. I'll give you a second.
I'm hoping they'll throw a player in too, along with picks. So,
well, Shador, I don't know if he's
going to make a guard or a linebacker or something in return.
Shador's going to make anybody that crazy show, but still, you know.
I know. Maybe. I think the Steelers would call and offer some picks and a player.
Everybody wants the Steelers to do that too, so you might be right, but they might pass us up and go a little higher than the 11 if they want Shador.
Or they just might stay where they are in draft. They might just stay where they are in draft Jackson Dart. So
there's another name that's going about. What about Jackson Dart? Is he worth all this conversation?
No.
Yeah. The Steelers got to stop picking bad quarterbacks. They've done that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, years.
That's another Daniel Pickett selection if they stay there and take Daniel or Jackson Dart wherever the Steelers are. That's another Daniel Pickett disaster.
They've got
or a Daniel Jones disaster.
You know, or just let this year go. If he's not a quarterback in there.
This is not a year for quarterbacks next year.
Go ahead and get a keep. Get Manning next year if he's all that. People say good things about Manning.
I think he's staying one more year in school from what I read.
No,
so he might not be out next year. because the NIHL is what's keeping him there. They paying him a lot of money, and he's still a little bit raw and inexperienced. And
yeah, can you imagine though the way schools are paying now?
Living in Texas and everything like that. That's killer money right there.
It's going to extend to other schools. They're probably going to have to put a cap on at some point, so make it an even play.
Yeah.
But your most productive schools are going to be the ones that have the most money when it comes to bringing players in. It's going to turn into the NFL Junior. Wow.
Especially the tax-friendly states like Florida and Texas and Alabama and all of those powerhouse teams.
Mom's going to tell you to go there. Yeah. That's a good school. Well, I don't want to go there. Tax-free.
LSU's going to start seeing recruitment skyrocket, and
and corruption and everything else is going to go through the college ranks, and
I have to send you another mock draft again because the player that I selected with one of my picks unfortunately had some off-field issues and resulted in me having to redo it again. So that's why
I always know
you got to wait for a while. I mean,
you got another week before your drafts are not going to shift. I already know that.
Yours changes so quickly; it's not even funny. Like it's 24/7 cycle.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's kind of that's pretty much what I wanted to say tonight. Like we have no luxury of trading up at all anytime soon.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, I knew you
I
knew you come in to hurt everybody's feelings, and that's fine. You're probably right. I have to agree.
So, all right. Shout out to all the family out there, the TNT family, the Papa Dragon, Ellis, all the Tonys, and everybody out there. Y'all take care and have a great night.
YouTube show? All right. Whatever you're working on, hope it gets straightened out in a minute. All right. See you tomorrow if you got time. There he goes. Actually, show wasn't that mean tonight. And I kind of agree. We can't afford to be trading up and losing no picks. And I'm pretty sure the 49ers are not going to do that, actually. Luke Farrell trading up for a tight end, we might even get laughed at by a lot of other officials around the league. Okay. Ellis! Hey! Ellis, I always feel like that kid just came in and didn't do his homework last night because he was playing computer games, and now I got to explain. Last night my mom got sick and we all had to take her to the hospital. I wasn't able to finish my homework. Okay, Mr. Ronbo, I'll give you a double assignment tonight so you can make up for it tomorrow. Wait! Ellis. Ellis, I was about to look at picks about 20 minutes before we started tonight, too, because I know you got some good ones. And so I'm going to tell you right now, Ellis, I still need more time.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm starting to hear some of the names that you already got there, footage for me, too. I can't wait to go see it. Because is Luke Farrell on your list of people's suggestions?
Luke Farrell, what are you talking about?
Tight end. That goes about 6'6" and got all kind of speed, would fit Kyle Shanahan's system like a glove.
Luke Farrell, we already got Luke Farrell. That's somebody we got in free agency. You talking about the kid from Penn State? I forgot what his name is.
Luke Lattimore. You're right.
Yeah,
Penn State.
I know who you're talking about though. Yeah. I can't remember his name right now. I actually watched his tape earlier. Yeah, man. He looks good. He looks good. He'll definitely come out wherever he goes. He'll come out and he'll make a splash. You know what I mean? The first season, if he's in the right offense, but he looks good. He does. He does look good.
Well, does he gets picked around number 3, doesn't he? Number 4.
He was.
He gets picked around number 5. That's why it said his name was Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren. Yeah, Tyler Warren.
Yeah, because some of these people say 49ers trade up to number 5, pick up Tyler Warren, fits Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, and get out of here. I said, okay, anybody getting rid of all. You know how many picks it would take to get up to number 5 in the draft? That you're at 11, we'd lose what?
Yeah,
3 or 4 picks.
That shit is out.
Yeah,
that shit is out. I mean, it's illogic for a lot of reasons that we don't need to go into all of them. But I said from the gate when the season was over, when the draft comes around,
we're going back. We're not moving up. We got to go back.
Yeah.
You know,
we might as well get ready for that too. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, before we had the mass exodus, we were gonna need to do that, and we should actually move back twice. You know, because we're only going to be able to get so much from each team that we trade with. But if we can acquire an extra 4 or 5 picks by moving back twice and maybe picking our official whoever at like between 20 and 22, we're going to get an immediate starter whoever we pick at that time. So if we go from
20,
11 to let's say 15, and then go from like 15 to 20, trade back twice in the first round. We'll have that. That means the picks that we'll get will have to be second and third round picks minimum. You know what I'm saying? We might get a fourth, and we'll take those too. But we're going to be in the second and third round a whole lot more, and then and the fourth round, and then we can really clean up. Like that's going to be the most ideal situation. The defensive tackles.
You've accumulated all those picks. You can trade. You can bounce back up. Say in the third round, you want to go back up in the third round one more time because you missed one. That could be now. You got capital.
Absolutely.
Now you can wheel and deal. That's true.
Right.
I want to see that.
Right. And some of those a pick or two, depending on like a team will. If a team that wants to move from like 15 to 20 to 11, they will have to give us a lot. It would have to be 2 or 3 picks this year and maybe even an additional 2 next year, unless it's like a first round or a second round, pick, or multiple second round picks, early second round picks, then they might, get away with it. But we'll get a couple of picks this year and a couple of picks next year or something like that, and we'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it because I think we already got, a lot of picks already set up for next year's draft too, and we can clean up again. Yeah. So, man, this is gonna tell whether or not John and his, he got something coming up called the draft. And okay, John, well, this is we want to see it.
We
want to see that you're moving the pieces around. Yeah. And, doing whatever's necessary to accumulate all of those, because the next 2 drafts are supposed to be overly saturated with a lot of talent, with the COVID stuff and everything like that. So it's backlogged with a lot of good talent. And we want to be in the pickings for that talent.
Yeah.
So
John's Adam Peters' student, so he should have learned some tricks, how to think, how to move, how to be instinctive about this, that, and this. Yeah. I'm looking for John to have a good year. We didn't have Adams last year, and look how many guys we came out with. 4 solid players already. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and it definitely wasn't lackluster like it had been in some of the past.
We had some
past
drafts.
2 seasons. We kind of. Yeah. I mean, the draft when Brock came in. I mean, he's the only player that we had to really be proud of that came in that entire draft, if I'm not mistaken.
That whole draft.
So and that's fucking disgusting.
Who else was in? Yeah. Oh yeah. So
nobody of relevance, and that's how crazy it is.
Already left.
So we got to make up for all of that. But I think it's going to be good, man. They got there's a couple of players, a new wide receiver that I just seen I didn't know about from Washington State. It's not what everybody. It's not the ideal name, and a lot of us fans have probably been talking about it, having a field day with it. But his name is Kyle Williams, and the last time we had a Kyle Williams, he was
bad.
Yeah, he was a blooper in human form, and so yeah, man. And look, this boy is bad though. He looks. If I'm gonna send you something on him. He looks like Brandon Ayuk. He moves like Brandon Ayuk. He runs a lot of the similar plays that Ayuk was running at Arizona State. He looks really good. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of Kyle's guys, and he came for a 30-30 visit and just recently and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see him too. That's another nice wide receiver that I would love to have on the team. So
good move on that part too, because we don't know what Brandon's going to look like next year. We got a wrap, fam. I tell you what, though, Ellis, I'm going to be back tomorrow. And Ellis, as I tell you every time, I'm going to take a look at these picks. I'm going to take a look at these picks or some of the guys you think stand out, and I'm going to report. I'm going to do it tomorrow, Ellis. I'm going to do it. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do it.
Hey, we got sanctions. We got sanctions coming in, goddammit. I need you making it happen. You hear me? No, hey, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel great just seeing them, and it's gonna make you, feel a little more confident in the fact that we got, some real nice picks. They said it's not a big wide receiver draft, but they got some guys out there, man, that we can get in the second, third round, and even on that can really fill this team and bring us to, a prominent state with our other players. George ain't going nowhere, man.
I know. We got to go, fam. We got to go before production takes us out. All right.
Hey, production, shout out to you. Bo, appreciate you, family. Thank you for the platform as always. And shout out all the family, man. Show Papa D, Tony, Tone, Dona, Tanisha, the chat. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go live. Yeah.
That Ellis. Appreciate you, fam. I'm going to be ready for you tomorrow, too. I'm telling you. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bet. Peace.
And y'all think I'm kidding. I'm going to be ready tomorrow. I'm going to tell Ellis. I'll be respond to him as soon as I look at them videos. And tomorrow I can come in clean, saying things like, got it done. And Ellis is damn right about them picks. Oh, yo, E.
What's going on, Ronbo?
E, it's at the time the clock is ticking down, E. We're about to sit there and lose our minds. And the 49ers have traded back the number 11 pick to whomever. And they are now at, we will probably, our first pick of the night will probably be around 16. But we would have picks. We don't do nothing in the first round anyhow. So we may as well go ahead in the rounds that we do good work. E, let me hush and let you talk about what you're thinking about trading up or down. The hell is wrong with me? What are you thinking, fam?
You sounded kind of good with that one, too. So I ain't mad at you.
All right, thanks.
Because like you're saying, I don't want to mess up. But what I'm scared to do is, what I'm scared to do, I want to go backwards and try to get Nolan. Because Membo will be gone. But I'm so scared that they go back 8 or 10 spots and then Nolan gone. And then they pick Grant. But they say Grant and Warren is almost the same thing. So really? I haven't seen these players and haven't looked in the books like you said you about to do with old boy.
Yeah,
but I can't.
Ellis got all kind of picks.
Yeah.
I got to check it.
It don't work. It don't work for people who got, other shit stuff to do.
I know. I just can't get a few minutes. But yeah, we would you trade back? Would you, are you talking about getting a tight end even if you drop back? Because
hell no.
So I'm thinking of priorities. Ooh, that tight end ain't gonna help us for what we need.
Not with the 11 for the 20 and for the 25th.
Yeah.
Once again, everybody knows this. I hope everybody knows this. We don't have no defensive linemen, no starters.
We don't.
The hell? Who you think you gonna stop? That don't work like that.
God.
Like, you'll get beaten up. Like, for real. Like, you want to go to the war with them people? Yeah. Oh, no.
And if you can't find a DT to stop that run, people just going to have a field day.
And that's what we was talking about last year. We can't stop the run. So you want to go get a cornerback with the 11 pick.
What tight end?
I want to punch him. Like, I'll punch. Give me my powder. I'll smack the brakes off this boy. But I do like Jade Brown. I think he's a special talent.
That's Jade is his film. There's two, him and there's one other cornerback.
And Morris from Michigan.
Yeah.
But I need a big man. We need a big man. We need two big men. We need two big men and a fast man.
Yes, indeed. That defensive line.
So you need 3 picks on that line.
We got no starters, right?
And we don't have a start at linebacker because the two rookies we was helping out or maturing. You can't say the dude let Geno Smith walk into the end zone.
Yeah. D and Jalen.
He got in it Warner's way.
We
see, like,
Robert Saleh will get that stuff ironed out. I'm hoping. There's no way you make that kind of mistake. Even Jair Brown, when he ran over Renardo Brown, we played against the Chiefs. That's Jair.
Yeah.
Where in the net? What play are you running? They got a touchdown.
Peripherals. Get your eyesight right. Like, it's just like, you can't just step on people's feet. Come on, mate.
So I'm hoping Sally gets things straightened out as far as that goes, because there was a coaching problem there somewhere.
And then like a lot of people say, oh, well, we just worried about the defense. I'm worried about our center getting put on his back pocket every play.
I know. Oh, man. Jake,
Turnstile for real. Like, yo, my boy get beat up.
Wait a minute. That nose tackle is in Brock's face almost as fast as the ball. I said, man,
3
Jake,
downs. Almost 2 downs out of 3.
Jake,
you're like, man, this ain't going to work.
You couldn't do no better than that. And every team in the league knows a hit go right up the middle. Flush and jump Brock out all day, every game.
And we don't have a starting running back, Willie, without CMC. And he's coming off of 2 injuries, not 1.
Could be reoccurring, too. That's not the kind of injury that just goes away.
So what are we saying? Again, like, that's why I said the oxymoron thing. It's like you sitting here saying, hey, we got some cake, and it ain't cake. You know what it is.
I know.
That movie, you know what I mean? Whatever movie. You get cake.
But have you noticed there doesn't seem any panic going on in San Francisco? You don't. Even writers are not attacking the 49ers, because if you and I were writing and for the beat on San Francisco beat, the first thing I'd be making jokes about John Lynch has claimed he's going to grab 4 starters or some starters in the draft for the defensive line that you and I know has about 5 people on it, and 3 of them aren't that good. So I'm thinking,
pretty much.
I mean,
pretty much.
How you gonna do, John? So I can't wait to see the first round. That's what I'm saying. I know they got to get the defensive linemen. They don't have any.
And John will be like, well, we're gonna leave that to Salah. He gonna throw him under the bus. He gonna be the scapegoat again.
He better not, because he got the first year Salah came in. Oh, everybody's all over Salah. I kept saying, the man ain't got no tools, y'all. How you gonna build a house with no tools? Come on now.
And then look, the Jets used him as a scapegoat too. I blame the Jets for that too.
Yeah. Oh, they used him big
He
time.
did something to somebody or something. Because they shouldn't have did that man like that. He should have stayed, because he kept a poorly team up, and they was going on the right direction, and bang.
They were.
Get out.
That defense was deadlocked. And then they bring in the diva. I mean.
Whoever you want. Somebody did something. I ain't going to blame it on just that one person.
No, I know, but the thing is, there's not a diva in music that is worse than Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I'm talking J-Lo and everybody else. He is just really terrible. Coming in, first thing you need to start calling the shots and talk about, here's what I need. I'm going to give you this list. I'll be back in here chilling. What?
He did a play, right? And it was a good play. And he came to the sideline, and one of the coaches wanted to give him dap and say, hey, good job. He didn't even get a coach dap and looked at him like, you can see him say, I told you so. I said, ooh.
That's Aaron. Oh, man. We done ran the clock. I'm going to be back tomorrow, though, man, because I couldn't wait to get in here. Let's do back-to-back days there. I'll be back tomorrow and see what develops.
Say that. I'll be with you then.
All right. All right, Phil. Have a great night, E.
All right, Ronbo Sports. Good promotion. Go.
Thanks,
9 a gang, bang, bang.
Wow. That is.
Good night.
Night, Phil. Let's go check it. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Rambo.
Jeremy, that voice
I
is
think we need to do, I don't know, I ain't good with the draft stuff, but if it was me, I'd pick a center first pick and then go to my defense.
Jeremy, you're right. Everybody's had enough of Jake. And, in fact, everybody named Jake on our team has got everybody a little concerned.
The center ain't no good. We can get we need a real center.
Yeah.
A rookie be better than what we got.
And that might be happening too. They've been working on Nick Zakelj for 3 years. That's a big boy. If they could just teach him how to play center, I don't know what the problem is, but ain't nobody running through him like paper.
Know.
I know. I said we don't need to be slow. Man.
Well, maybe that's what we need is somebody slow they can put in a block.
Well, see, that's the thing.
And don't worry about this quick stuff.
Well, the thing is, a good defensive lineman
somebody
can
that
get
can
past
block.
Him. Yeah.
Because
McKivitz is huge out there on the
who
outside,
cares? He
too.
can get the next guy. He knocks the first guy out of the way, and then the next guy can get around the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
we need complementary players.
I don't know what to do with them thinking Jake can hang in there because he can't.
Hey, you know something though, Jerry? We didn't see the good games that Jake played. Apparently, he played a few because Chris Forrester loves him. Kyle says good things about him. And I wonder, what games?
I think Kyle don't want to get rid of him because then he knows he's got a great quarterback and he can't make no more excuses.
Well,
he can't blame somebody else.
That's true.
He got to blame himself. Because he's got a great quarterback. He's got great he had great receivers. So if his offensive line holds up, who's to blame?
About 3 or 4 people. And that goes for starting with John, Chris Forrester.
Yep.
Kyle Shanahan up until recently, because Kyle's been removed from the equation. He is no longer going to be involved in those matters. Chris Forrester, Lynch, especially Chris Forrester, because Forrester says, "Go ahead, get you get your playmaker. I'll make an offensive lineman out of just about anybody." Chris, to hell you say?
Well,
why don't you stop telling
can't.
Kyle that? Man, come on, man. No, you can't. Wow.
I mean, that's like that. I mean, there ain't many Nick Bosas, but you can't make a Nick Bosa out of anybody.
No, and you cannot.
You got to have them players.
Yeah.
That's like an offensive lineman. You got to have them players. You can't make them out of anybody.
Can't do it. We've proven that.
You got to have the players.
Jeremy, we had a ragtag offensive line. You got McKivitz out there. Actually, McKivitz had an almost decent year last year because Pooney, who looks for work during every play, if he ain't got nothing else to do, he goes over and helps McKivitz because he knows. Or he's got to be bothered with Jake Brindle. Can you imagine, Jeremy? I got Jake Brindle on my left. I got McKivitz on my right. I'm busy all day. God,
I got to help somebody. Because I got the 2 worst.
Damn. I feel sorry for the kid. He
I
got
feel
hurt
sorry
last
for
year, too.
That rookie we got last year.
That's Pooney.
Because, he got a sorry one on one side, and he got a sorry center. Hey, and he's got to cover his own guy. So, he's got to cover 3 people.
So
that's impossible.
And it's wrong to make that kid work that hard. Damn it. You get him some help out there, Lynch. Got to do it.
No, shit. I mean, excuse my language, but damn.
No, we've all feeling this. Everybody puts up with Jake, and then Kyle comes and says, "No, we think Jake's doing a fine job." Chris Forrester, "No, I really like Jake Brindle."
I don't want to see somebody do a horrible job. He's doing a good job,
especially in their mind. How about this guy?
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City's got better offense than we do.
And they damn near got
than we do. The Eagles, they all got better
the Eagles got a good offensive
line.
line. Hey, but Jeremy, I don't know about the Chiefs though, because they damn near got Patrick killed in that Super Bowl.
Well, the Chiefs had one because their players got injured.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have a good backup.
That's true. They don't have any backups.
Now all year they blocked perfect until to the Super Bowl, but they was injured.
That's
true. You can't go on that Super Bowl because his players was injured.
I really did appreciate it though. Oh, watching Patrick laying down in the dirt all day long.
Oh yeah, man, that was good to me. Oh yeah, I love that.
Woo! Yes,
boy. Boy, my stepdad loves Kansas City. Because that's where he's from. And I laughed at him. I said, "Hey, what happens to Mahomes when he don't have no offensive line?
He goes down.
He
like
lays on his butt. He can't do a damn thing." I said, Purdy has to do that all game, every game,
every week,
and he actually wins games.
Well,
what happened to Mahomes? Mahomes ain't no good. You need Purdy. He'll get mad.
Even he knew better, but the thing had to be fun to throw them digs at him like that. Well, I tell you what, I got my brother's a Chiefs fan, and Kenny even knew.
Honestly, Purdy here much. I really do.
If Brock gets an offensive line,
No
people will
one,
stop
I don't
talking
know
about
if Purdy's better than. I mean, for the team they're on, is Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh doesn't.
Josh Allen.
He doesn't need an offensive line.
He's going to. Josh Allen's a man.
Yeah. Josh.
Everybody else, I think, Purdy
needs an offensive
good
line. But you know what, Jeremy? Josh Allen's one of the few quarterbacks in the NFL that really does not need a great offensive line. He is an offensive line and a quarterback in combination.
They can't tackle him.
And and he'll do anything. You could think you're going to tackle him. Josh will jump up in the air and put a knee in your face. That dude is frightening. But I like it.
And that guy's huge. Heck, he's 6'5" himself.
And then he gets airborne.
250, 260 pounds.
So, but he's the only guy in the NFL, though, that can get away with that. But they can't win the big one, though. That's
I wish
funny.
we had him on our team. If he's ever replaced Purdy, that's who I want.
Josh Allen? Oh, he'll be in demand.
Otherwise, I want Purdy. Just get him offensive line. He'll do just as good.
I believe that myself. Jim, we got to go. And good to hear from you again. You've been too long. Every time he calls, Jeremy, where you been, man? And I'll be back tomorrow, by the way. Hope you got some time.
I'll be here tomorrow if you're going to be there.
I will be looking for you, too. All right. Have a great night, fam. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Jeremy.
To all the audience out there, have a good 49 a year.
That's what we're talking about. All right, Jay. Hey, Anthony, come on in, man. Night, Jeremy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jeremy.
Well, what it do, Rambo? What it do?
Anthony, what is it? It's the calendar's burning down, bro. Burning down. It's almost time for that night of nights. That pageantry, that red carpet, rolling out in front of the building, limousines, got the chauffeur open the door, and all it is a prospect. The NFL has made that into something like the Oscars, the Grammys, first round picks, the Golden Boys. Yes.
Rambo, what I told you was John listening to them though.
Regarding what?
We playing Rambo. This team this year coming up gonna be mostly rookies. We might, and I told you we're gonna make a splash. We're gonna make a big move after this draft, Rambo. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or during.
And we might get 5 veteran players after this draft, Rambo. Other than that, Rambo, we're all rookies.
Can you imagine?
I mean, Rambo, just think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
If they were gonna get some veteran players, they might well have kept what they got. They might well have kept Leonard Floyd and
No, you're right. I think they got all the veterans they're going to keep right now. Nothing beyond that. You're right. Somebody's going to get cut if they can't resist, though.
After this draft, Rambo, they're gonna make a big splash in free agency. See what I tell you, Rambo.
What, next year, you mean? Or mid? No, can't wait mid through season. We got to adjust the Purdy's salary first. That usually takes about a year, and then after that, it doesn't matter anymore. Second or third year, you can do whatever you want to do.
And as far as this draft go, Rambo, I already know what they're gonna do in this draft, Rambo, because I done seen the 30 prospect that they brought in, Rambo.
I know,
They brought in, Rambo.
You see the names?
3 edge rushers. They brought in 3 edge rushers. 3 defense ends, Rambo.
I know.
And 4 D tackles, Rambo. So what they tell
what does that tell you?
They're gonna do when this draft comes?
Oh, Rambo? It's defense in the first round.
There you go, Rambo. Because Rambo, this draft is loaded with offensive tackles, Rambo. It's loaded.
With offense, are they any good? We can get one in the second or third round.
Oh,
what am I saying?
Rambo,
we got to go with last year in the third round.
Tell you, Rambo. Yeah. And Rambo, I like I told you, I think. Well, I don't think I know. George Kittle gonna have a big season. He gonna have a big what's called this season, Rambo. Want to see what I tell you, Rambo?
Hey, I think so. We just need some protection out there but yeah.
Rambo, just think about it, Rambo. Why they were so quick to go get Luke Farrer?
Oh yeah, because George ain't supposed to be blocking all day.
Number one blocking tight end. He never. Rambo, I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna cut Kittle loose this year, Rambo. I guarantee you.
And by the way, when he gets instead of George gets that ball, good luck trying to tackle him.
Thank you. Then they're gonna go in the draft, Rambo. I guarantee you, Rambo. We're gonna go in the draft and get a tight end with natural hands, Rambo, that can catch that ball, Rambo, and run routes. I guarantee you, Rambo.
And nobody knows about him. Yeah. I don't doubt it. 49ers got plans. John Lynch, he goes on record as saying, well, we got a plan, and we're going to fill it up with the draft.
Yeah.
Okay, John. Trust you.
Rambo. Okay. Them DBs be brought in, Rambo. In free agency, Rambo.
Yeah.
All those DBs run four folds and number speed, Rambo, that can come up in the box. So you know what they tell you, Rambo? They concentrate on stopping the run, Rambo.
It better be, because that gets real old and real tired, real fast, and it break, especially when they break that big
Rambo,
one.
because I was so disappointed. You ain't lying, bro. I was so disappointed. They picking up 4th and 20, 4th and 15. Man, what the world?
And like you say, 4th down. You guys had to stop him for 1 yard, and he pulls off a 10, 15-yard run. Kyle, what in the world is going on with that defensive unit? Everybody blames Kyle anyway.
Man, I was so hurt. Rambo, I was so disappointed, boy.
Players out of position to make plays. And that's why Salah is a blessing.
Yeah, because Salah going to go in the draft, Rambo, and get what he needs, Rambo. I'm trying to tell you now.
He's going to love Mufasa. Because like I say, Mufasa is a hit man. Even I could come up with ways to use Mufasa. I'm gonna place him in a place where they ain't watching. He's so quick. Let him line him up over here.
Ronaldo Green, Rambo.
Oh,
Ronaldo Green.
I want Ronaldo in coverage.
That boy's so good in press man coverage, Rambo. Don't make no sense, man.
But Mufasa's my hit man. I'm gonna have him spying. I'm gonna put him in a place where he can sneak every time. He moves so quick. He may not have straight lines through it, but Mufasa's quick for 10 yards. My God, he gets there quick. So yeah, yeah.
And Rambo, I'm gonna tell you like I told my friend. D. Willis, Salah gonna have D. Willis playing out of his mind. Only thing was last year, Rambo, the boy good. A lot of times he overran the play, Rambo, because he was making rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
Salah gonna have him right.
I think so. There's ways to make that correction. Also, he tries to take a man out with every shot. We saw Winter sitting on the bench with oxygen and smelling salts, not because of getting hit, but because of hit he levied on this particular player. I said, D, I love to hit, but good Lord, man.
I thought the Wood almost broke his
neck.
Almost broke his neck, man.
Yeah. Damn, D. Get your head up out the way. I like to hear it, but come on, man. You learned that in junior high school.
When I saw that, Rebel, I thought it was too. I said, D. Winters a menace. That's your Dre Greenlaw right there, Rebel. D. Winters, boy.
I know. Anthony, we're having too much fun. We got to go, fam. We ran the clock. But Anthony, we'll be back tomorrow, though. I can't stand it. I'm going to be back tomorrow. All right?
All right, Rebel.
Bookmark that page. All right. Anthony, always a pleasure, fam. Have a good night.
I appreciate you, Rambo.
I appreciate you. Night, fam. Let's go check Tony. Hey, TL.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you, sir?
Oh, doing great. You know, football season's already here. You know, this is the thing about this year. We didn't go deep into the playoffs. Usually, it's been like, damn, it's time to get those dudes back out on the field already. Are we ready? No. So this year, nice long rest. You can have a good time and relax. It's been a fun off season. I haven't been able to do this in a while, so it's really fun. Prepare and get ready.
Voluntary workouts is going to be pretty soon.
I know, right? Shane McMahon, Mufasa got ran over by Mahomes. You know, here's the thing. A lot of people who don't have a high knowledge of football, Rams fans love to pick out
that maggot, McMahon, yep.
They love to pick out that one play where Mufasa was trying to make up his mind whether to stay home or charge. I hope he gets a chance to shut people up like McMahon, who don't know much about football, and others. Ooh, Mufasa got ran over. He got trucked by Mahomes. Okay, if I get a running start and running you, and you got to stay in a spot and make me come to me, you might have an advantage too. Let that play go the other way with Mufasa making the charge. I promise you, Mahomes ain't going to do nothing resembling what you're seeing there. So, but for those who are football challenged like McMahon, who constantly runs a lot of smack, 2 trophies in 70 years. Just remember that while you talk about the 1 trophy. Hey, Tony, let's get back to football, man. What are you thinking here, man? And give me a rundown of what's going on in Atlanta,
a whole line of list of offensive linemen for you here. We can go over in the next few days. Got tackles, and I got interior linemen. The best I have, let's see, I think I got 10 of the best interior linemen, and then I got 13 of the best tackles in football for you guys to choose in the later rounds or however you're going to choose.
And that's the ones we're talking about the most.
You already know about Tyler Booker, Alabama, 6'5", 352 pounds, the left guard. You know about him already.
Yeah. Because they're talking about him. The ones that get spotlighted a lot.
Well, also like Donovan Jackson. He's a left guard at Ohio State. Left guard, 6'4", 320 pounds.
I like the 300 pounders. Yeah, that's my next question. Does he have mobility? Can he get out?
Yes. This next guy, Ronbo, he played right tackle in Arizona last year, but the NFL guys got him moving inside, the interior. He played right tackle.
They do that in
Arizona. Jonah Savaiinaea. Savani, something like that. 6'5", 330.
Oh yeah, that's good size. It's all about can he get his pad level down, but you know I like that.
Yeah, because a couple of these guys, like this next guy, Wyatt Millum out of West Virginia, he played left tackle last year, but the NFL guys got him as an interior guys. That's a plus. The guys that play tackles, that they want to move inside so they can play several positions.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And the 49ers are going to make you do that anyway. So if you look good outside and they want to move you inside, not a big deal because, you might get thrown out the outside at any point anyway. So
here's a guy I want the Falcons to get, but I don't know if we can get him. Maybe we can get him in the second round.
Yeah.
He's a center. Jared Wilson, 6'3", 310 pounds.
Oh.
He is quick as a cat.
Hey,
we just lost our center, Drew Dahlman.
I was just saying, you lost Dahlman. You really do need one.
Probably going to start, but if we can get this kid out of Georgia, Jared Wilson, man, that'll make up for it.
Hey, if he's out of Georgia, that's a good program. At certain schools, as soon as the kid comes
I like his quickness. I saw some tape on him. He's very quick and can read, man. And gets to that second level on running plays inside. He can get to that second level really quick to get those linebackers.
Oh, I like that. Reach block. I mean, those guys that extend like that. We had one a few years ago, but his knees just they finally took a final beating he couldn't take. But, hard to find that kind of ball player. Tony, it's really funny. Run this by you real quick. The way universities and top schools are going to be recruiting nowadays, they've got cash on the table. This is going to leave kids in school a little longer. Because if this kid's getting $1 million a year as a sophomore, why should he leave, get a couple more mil? I mean, maybe your junior year, but that'd be the earliest you'd come out, right? It's amazing how things are going to change.
Yeah, but that gives them more polish, more seasoning too, Ronbo. I think it's a good thing they stay in.
Absolutely. So quarterbacks quarterbacks. You're getting you last down through the years. We have some quarterbacks who are suspect. I think that's gonna be a trend that shifts from soon, because I got a feeling we're gonna have more than $1 million quarterbacks playing college football soon. So we'll see how that works out.
And then Ronbo, we got a right guard from LSU. He played right guard. 6'6", 328, Miles Frazier. Got him projected between the second and third round.
Okay. These day 2 and day 3 picks, I mean, those are the ones who are going to be winning ball games for people. The first rounders.
Yes, sir.
Try to think about this for a minute. How many first round picks, and you can almost count them really quickly, come into the league a little overrated. They get picked up in the first round. They go to a team that's not that good, and the first thing they do is crater. I mean, they just dump all the way down to the bottom. Suddenly, now they got ridiculed. They get name called and everything else. And it would have been a better ball player if he could have sat behind a veteran for at least a minute. Jordan Love, probably the best case to mention in the NFL. So
yeah, and I heard you and Ellis talking earlier. That's what the way Ellis was saying it. That's my philosophy with us only having 5 picks. And you heard me say this already. I want to trade down.
Yeah.
And accumulate more picks, because you can build your draft. If you can trade down and now you got multiple picks in the second and third round, that's really how you build your team.
Yeah. And get players you never would have had a shot at that turn out to be cream of the crop. 49ers have done that so well. I mean, last year's draft was awesome for the 49ers. In fact, rated as the best draft in the league as far as sustainable rookies. And that's because they got some exposure last year because they had to get it, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how the 49ers do this year. I'm thinking they're learning something from Adam Peters, because that draft was unreasonably good. And Ricky Pearsall, I call him Fantastic Four to not include Ricky. If Ricky's good, that's 5 picks from last year.
And Ronbo, I really believe that, you were talking, I forgot who you were talking to earlier. I know the guy you was talking to, but I forgot his name. You were talking about your receivers with Ayuk being out. You got Pearsall, Jennings, and then you got the kid you got from the Rams is going to help you guys. Well, I really think y'all should make Cowling y'all number 4 receiver. But it's Kyle Shanahan, ain't it?
Who was I talking to when I was talking about that? See, that's the receiver nobody talks about.
You were telling me that a few shows back.
Yeah, that's the receiver everybody keeps forgetting about. Cowens.
Yep.
Cowens is untapped. Kyle used him like he does rookies.
Speed.
Oh. I think we're going to see him this year. We should.
He was nice at Arizona. I remember him 2 years ago at Arizona. Ronbo. I'm like, man, this guy can take the roof off the top for defense.
Well, Kyle's got to restructure some things and rearrange some things anyway. You may see Colin in a different role this year. We'll see. But you know what I look forward to? JJ. Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings is the most fun player the 49ers have had to watch. I mean, we've had some good ball players playing wide receiver, but Juwan Jennings is just plain old fun.
Juwan Jennings is a dog.
Whoa, he is fun. I mean, the game is going on, the camera's going over here and there, and the play is over. All of a sudden, you see the camera zip over to one side. Jennings and some dude getting into it. I mean, that time with the water cooler, Jennings, they battled from the middle of the field. It looked like a cartoon. They were battling hard, moving fast, from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. The referee's hustling over there trying to break it up. Is that JJ? That is JJ. I should have known. What the hell is going on there? And I was all the time with him. So, that was because he embarrassed whoever's trying to guard him.
I appreciate it. Yes, the great Julio Jones retired. Thank you for the compliment on Julio Jones. But your boy, Rudy, your boy McMahon, hope he learns from me. Said, I don't know nothing about football. All me and Ronbo was just doing was talking football. He talks trash. You need to get your boy McMahon in line.
No, he's on his 3rd strike, so I need to hear him say that term one more time before now, Brian.
Great job, production team. When I was driving home from work, and y'all kicked him out of the chat 12 minutes into the chat. I loved it.
Some people think we're kidding. We say, look, we're trying to give you a shot. Don't be stupid. I mean, most people take you out of here not with one shot. They give you a couple, and you come back and you do it again. And you can tell he enjoys it. He doesn't have a life. He comes in here to troll.
You say he ain't got a life?
No, guys like that don't have a life. He's been the 49ers have made the 49ers have made his life miserable, and I understand that. If I was a Rams fan, I'd be miserable too. But in order to get rid of that energy, go do something constructive. Coming here trolling us is only going to add to your misery. We got guys that are going to come back at you. You don't have any leg to stand on. You got 2 trophies in 70 years. How much potency does your argument or your dumb digs have? 0. God. Oh, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo, the Rams got more homes than trophies.
And that's the gospel truth. Tony, we got to be at the clock, Tony. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back.
Tomorrow, Ronbo, I'll talk to you about some tacos. Some of them you already know, but some of these guys you don't know. We'll talk
I'd love to
tacos.
hear about it. All right. Tony, appreciate you all hours.
Have a good night, Ronbo, and shout out to your production team. Always outstanding. And kick that Sean McMaggot out again for good.
He's on his last leg. I'm sure he'll do it soon. All right, Tony. Have a great night.
See you tomorrow.
Looking forward. And let us bring him in. Here is Big Bill.
I haven't been on in a while. A lot of things happened. We had a major storm that come through, ripped off the roof. Some of the roof leak in the house. Something caved in.
I forgot you're in an area where that rain's going nuts.
Yeah, and that's why I haven't been able to get on. And Trent Williams' dad, I ain't going to really talk about much, but there's some issues that he's not able to get on right now. I get to know the time he's going to be on. I got to be able to sit down and talk with him and see how he's doing. My condolences go out to him. That's all I got to say. Keep his dad in you guys' prayers, and there's a lot of things that's been going on since the last time I was on, and
all bad.
Yeah, it was kind of a catastrophe. One storm, and then other back to back, and I don't want to sound like Grant Cohn. I want to put his business out there, So I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. He'll get on when he can. I'll let you know. You know the times. I'll be keeping an eye. Just if I'm not on the radio, just announce the times you're going to be on, and hopefully I'll be able to get on at the time you get on. So we're just going through a lot right now. So my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh,
actually, it is today.
Is it midnight where you are?
It's midnight where I'm at.
Uh-oh. Bill, let me do this, man.
Actually, it is tomorrow. It's the 12th. It's 11 now, but you go ahead and scream it early.
In that case, happy Niners birthday to Big Bill. Happy Niners birthday. It's gonna get better, Bill. Happy Niners. You know, I realize I can do this for an hour if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Birthday, Bill. Man, things are going to get better, Bill. Sometimes you hit bottom like that, you just skyrocket right on up. It's like going into a market that's just hit bottom and people are buying into it. And, you just got no place to go but up. That's you, buddy. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, life is like an ocean. You just got to ride the waves.
There you go. So,
So, put it out there and, at least it's not a tsunami like the Rams, It always happens to them, and they're drowning in misery.
Yeah,
and they have to come on and try to troll.
This is why I mentioned Texas Boy. You would have loved it at the beginning of the program. As you know, reason I don't get rid of all the trolls is because I want them right there. Because there's going to come that day when they won't be in here because of the fact that we just steamrolled them or something bad happened to them. And then we can sit around and talk about them, knowing that they're watching and listening, but they just haven't checked in. So this is what I live for. Texas Boy, remember 3 years ago, Bill? Texas Boy was all over our ass, right? Every time you looked up, Texas Boy was just talking major trash. Last 3 years running, Brock Purdy dog walked him twice. Then it's just ridiculous, I says, somebody asked me why I don't get rid of these guys. This is why, guys. You see? It always comes around full circle. I'm waiting, and I'll wait patiently, and our time will come. And then they're not here like they did last year. They wouldn't show up for games because they just got their brains beat out. See, guys, they're not here now, and they're wondering what we're saying about them. Pour it on.
I'm gonna pull. Go ahead, keep trolling. We had a bad year. You know,
we did.
We had one bad season. You guys out there, you got no hope. Every year's a bad year for you guys. So why y'all coming up in Ronbo Sports, running your mouth, talking the trash, look in the mirror and realize
it's only a matter of time.
Cowboy fans, you're not going to win anything in your lifetime. Ram fans, you'd be lucky to get one more in your lifetime. That's
Right.
3.
I mean, every 35 years they get one.
5 Dusty trophies.
Yeah.
Quote to Rudy or whoever it was out there, marketing pro.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know, whatever those guys, I don't really know who was out there talking about rusty trophies, you know.
There's no
We're going
such
to
thing.
add another one to the shelf soon.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe not this year, but it's coming. And for the Cowboys fans, just sit back and watch, laugh and enjoy, because when you see us hold 6 and 7 and 8 up, and you still want to get your 6, and then when you get into the walker, and your grandkids are walking in the walker, and you still haven't won the Super Bowl, please remember Ronbo Sports.
Yes, indeed.
You're a legend, my guy.
It's only a matter
You're
of
a
time
legend.
before. I mean, it's always a matter of time before Shanahan finally pulls that trophy off. You can't keep going to the well like that. That shows that he knows what he's doing, but there's just that one little error every time. And this time we ran into a probably a legendary team. The Chiefs are probably going to go down in football folklore as being a dynasty that, and especially in modern days, is really tough to get. But the Rams, in their one lucky trophy that they got from the Bengals, I'm not impressed. Nobody is. They didn't beat anybody. They beat a rookie team.
You know what? I hate to say it. The Chiefs ain't going to be the same. They might make it there, but if they meet us again, they're not winning it, because there ain't going to be no Kelsey
I wish they
by the time they meet us again. So there ain't going to be no Travis Kelsey. And without Kelsey, you ain't got nothing.
You know what?
Remember.
That's who's going to trade up to get Warren. It's going to be the Chiefs. I mean, you got to play 32 places. But
maybe it's going to give up a lot of capital and a lot of drafts, which is going to come back, and Warren may not even be the guy that they're looking for, you know? The Chiefs, let me put it this way, Kansas City players have a habit of getting in trouble with the law out there in Kansas City.
Isn't that crazy?
So go ahead.
What is going on with that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Warren, I would pull a page out of Eli Manning when they draft you and say, I don't want to go to Kansas City. I'll pull that page because you might get in trouble with the law. You know, out there, sneezing could also possibly get you a felony.
It sounds like it. Every last, I guess, well, reports coming in. I said, wow, Bill, we're out of time. I mean, hey, I'll be back tomorrow, though, Bill, and may do a double barrel shotgun birthday song for you.
All right, well, give me a Ronbo shout out.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
You know,
for the birthday boy, Bill.
The cards are falling to play. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a great night, fam. Let's go get all right. Area code 408. Is that San Jose? I think. San 408 has expanded about that far. Hello. Wait, is that S. Casey?
The one and only.
Yeah, Casey, I just realized you moved to the 408 a while back.
Yeah.
Now I'm over to San Jose. 408 used to be Salinas, California, and Monterey, but Casey, 408 area code has expanded, and you're in it, even in San Jose.
Yeah, you can still get a 408 number. It's a burner phone I'm on, but I'm actually in Reno. So funny how that works.
Wait. It is funny. This whole matter, that first statement is what I'm getting on about, because the fact of the matter is, why are you on a burner phone, Casey? You know, Casey, I really wish that we could be close together so I can hang out with you every now and then. Casey's life seems like so much excitement, you know? I think Casey was incognito when I first met him.
You know, Ronbo, it's like a jungle sometimes. You know, it makes me wonder how I keep on going under.
Wait, what is that song? It's like a jungle sometimes. What is that song?
It's like a jungle sometimes. People wonder how I keep from going under. When they hit me with the thunder and lie, I had to try. Yeah, that's Andre Nicotino. It's classic, very classic. It might be sampled from another song. It most likely is, and I just can't think of it.
It's a great song. It's got a great beat too, backbeat.
Yeah.
Casey, though, now I got to do you. Casey, we didn't call here to find out what it's a jungle like. What is that, Case?
Yeah.
Draft is coming up, man.
Yeah,
trading up, trading down.
4 hours on a Friday night for a Thursday. I got
there 4 hours. Come on.
10 o'clock on a Thursday night. Yeah.
Well, the night's young. You still got some time to go do whatever you need to do and do it well. In fact, never be on time or early, Case. It's uncool.
Well, remember, I like to think I'm always in the right place at the right time. But
I used to get in more trouble for that.
Yeah.
You know how it pisses people off, come dragging in late? We, as a black person, we call it CP time. And it makes people real mad. You know? Enough of that. Case, the draft is coming up. We're trading down. Are we trading up? We stay at exactly the same place. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, with 11 picks, you know, they're sitting pretty good, man. They got good picks, you know, early in the draft. I mean, obviously they need to go to the 5th round. They need to do most of their targeted good selections to the 5th round, and you know. And
I mean, it's scary how well the 49ers do with that 5th round. I mean, that is the round.
Yeah, I just think John is such a great judge of character. You know, to see how many people left the team in the offseason is a great testament to the depth of their roster and, you know, the job that they've been doing on keeping their players. And
yeah, because, you know what, people keep saying that we took a hit. The guys that left, most of them weren't active anyway. Or out most of the time.
Remember, losing Drake Greenlaw and Debo is going to, you know, it's going to take a while for them to, you know, get in sync and everything.
We need to match that talent. You're right. That's the thing. But I'm saying they were playing anyway. So whether they're here or anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, you know,
really
Dre was.
Me.
Yeah. I do like seeing Frank train with Isaac, though. Him and Jonathan Taylor went out and trained with him. And just seeing Frank around the building and stuff. And
Frank Gore.
I mean, now that they got Salah back. Yeah. Now that they got Salah back, I mean, they got some good pieces now. Salah's really their golden goose or whatever. You know, like the missing piece right now, because, you know, Kyle just hasn't been able to motivate them, man. They needed Salah so bad.
Yeah, especially you're getting some youngsters, because the guys that left were already vets. They don't really need a lot of motivation, but the kids coming in now, you got to fire them up, and this is what Salah can do.
Yeah, Salah and D'Amico were just, you know, a man's man, and
they were just alike
to compliment Kyle.
Oh man, screaming and yelling and jumping up and down as the players coming off the field, get them pumped.
Yeah, you know, Ronbo, I just want to see the Niners kind of find their identity this year. You know, like with the Harbaugh era, it was so dominated by
good point.
Their run game with the offensive line and their defense. You know, their defense in the run game. And Kyle has like they get so cute. You know, pre-snap with the motions and stuff. I feel like they just haven't like been able to say like, okay, this is what we're going to do this week, and we're just going to throw it 50 times, and then next week we're going to have 300 yards of rushing. You know, I want to see Kyle run the same play 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah. And he does, which is really, I don't know why. He does that because he says he's setting teams up. But that you only get 3 downs. Kyle. You can't do that.
Well, I think it would be a good thing to see, because Kyle's downfall has been that he doesn't know when to run heavy.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Because he should know better. In Casey, we're questioning a man whose offensive mind is elite, supposedly, right? So when he does do things that we don't understand, we're not always wrong. Why did you do that, Kyle? Because he likes to gamble a lot too, though. We call him conservative, but Kyle does some things that if they don't work, Kyle, you're gonna be butt cheeks, and you're gonna get called out. Like, I'll never forget that play.
Of course, he likes to gamble. He likes to gamble with players' health. You know, to be honest, Ronbo. I mean. You know, there's
like that year he called that wildcat play against the. We were playing against the Hawks. They were already dangerous. We called a wildcat play. The ball got hiked into midair, missed whoever that. I forgot who was going back there to get it, and I think that did the Chiefs recover? The Hawks recover that ball. And Kyle's, of course, the media was waiting for him after the game. We got out. Well, it worked in practice. That's your answer? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Kyle has that kind of Jimmy Garoppolo, response every now and then.
With a smile and using the terms like we. Case. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Clock ran out, Case.
Yeah.
Casey, you know what? I tell you what. Get in here tomorrow and let's see how early we can get you in here. We don't want you waiting 4 hours. Well, you could be doing any number of things. You could be making a good bet. You could be charming up some lady. I mean, we'll see tomorrow.
Exactly, Ronbo. That's pretty much all I do, Ronbo. That's the extent of my life. Lord have mercy.
There's some good Indian casinos as you head toward
Ronbo. My uncle is a 90-year-old saxophone player. He would say musicians don't die; they just go from bar to bar, and that's kind of like how my life is.
I like that. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, Phil.
Right on, Ronbo. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Ronbo.
Appreciate you. Night, Case. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Oh, Casey brought up the rear. I well, we these little wars we have. Does anybody talk about football? Shane, I know you're not really capable of talking about football, but even Texas boy talks more football than you do, Shane. Are you limited in is this the only thing you can do is talk trash and cause trouble? Shane, I'm debating, I may have to redevelop policy. If that's all you came here to do, I'm not sure if that's what we should be doing with you. We've letting a few guys like yourself go because the fact is they were just annoying. Can you be anything but annoying? Shane, you know what? I'm going to think about this. I'm going to need you to talk football at least once every 2 or 3 posts. If I see 4 or 5 posts of your typical Shaneism, man, I'm about to say goodbye, man. You're just being strange, okay? I tried, brah. But you're annoying. I mean, you're really strange. Anyway, man, we got to go. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do another show. See what I did there with the O's? Let's see what develops between now and tomorrow. And this is that time of year where anything could happen in 24 hours. Fam, please, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I want to find you tomorrow and every day after that. And I shall see you tomorrow. Every night I got a double pump. God, I love doing that.